Guys, it's our time.
It's our time.
Guys, it's time to make it happen.
It's a time to make it happen.
I need you. I need you. The person next to you.
The person next to you.
I need to feel the connection. Guys, I want to play every ball with us.
Every ball.
Every pass.
Every pass.
Every decision.
Every decision.
Every offside.
Every offside.
Guys, bring your socks.
Bring your socks.
Bring your shin pads.
Bring your shin pads.
Bring your dog.
Bring your dog.
I need to count on you guys.
I need to count
1,
on you
2,
guys.
3. Voulez-vous? Arsenal bottle it. Saka's crying. Arsenal bottle it again. Voulez-vous? Fucking English. Where's no shoulder guard? MLS getting hooked. Voulez-vous? Guys, we are really shit. Guys, I need two shin pads, guys, and I need you to bring this socks. There we go. Arsenal. It's a shame. It's a big old shame.
Do you have anything to say?
Go on, I think you got something for us. Hold that! You pussies! You
Yeah? Come on!
Come on, sing the song.
Don't blame the tifo. Don't blame the tifo.
I got a lot of time ahead of me.
Champions of Europe.
You'll never sing that.
You'll never sing that. You'll never sing that. Champions of anything, to be honest. You'll never sing that. Ooh, that's
We might be a champion of Europe.
Right.
Who knows? But there's only one team that's potentially in a final, potentially pending tomorrow. Who would that be?
That's Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay, and Chelsea maybe. Liverpool are champions. They'll be giving us a guard of honour, and we'll be singing "Where's your European Cups" again, won't we? Abby?
Who slept well last
Sit
night?
down, shall we?
Did you sleep well last night?
Oh, more than I can believe.
More than you can believe. More than you can believe.
Believe,
How you
guys.
feeling?
Please bring your
Listen,
shin
I've never
pad.
seen you lot so happy. So
Bring
I made
your
up for you, man.
sock. Bring the shin pad, guys.
Oh my
Alex
gosh.
showed more emotion and happiness in that moment than he did a couple of weeks ago when they
don't
won
know
the
about
title.
What a time to be
Don't know
alive,
about
lads.
that.
What a time to be alive.
Abby, do you want to give this to Laurie?
Well,
I think it's about time, isn't
do you know what? There's something wrong with this because it says they've participated in the title race, which they haven't.
Never happened.
This season.
Never happened.
Back-to-back seasons, finishing second.
Yeah.
Well, at the time of filming, you could finish third, or fourth, or fifth, or potentially seventh. So, are we going a bit premature with you thinking this?
No.
Okay. Well, I'd like to hand it to you.
It doesn't matter.
I'd like to hand
They
it
just
to you.
won't win.
Because regardless
year.
of if you
Every
finish
year,
second
man.
or third, we can update it. So I want to congratulate you on yet again having your participation award. Congratulations! Thank you for being here to accept it on behalf of
accept
Robbie.
it in good grace. I accept
What a
it in
season!
good
Let's
grace.
stand up. Come on.
No, we've got to.
Absolutely.
Shame about the Arsenal.
Shame about the Arsenal.
Shame about the Arsenal.
I must say, you're looking gorgeous in your
The old
beret.
Yeah. And I came in all black.
Oh, sorry, I
For
said
the
that
funeral.
for the
For the
funeral
funeral
settings.
Let's thank
Yeah,
you.
the beret is beret right now.
Right.
I do like
That's
traditions.
on Abby.
Do you like?
Looking gorgeous,
I do
darling.
like traditions.
You're
Like the
looking
fact that we get
gorgeous.
to award you with this every year is
it
it's-
never
I
gets
mean, it's
boring.
been 3 years running now.
It never gets
boring.
It is tradition. It's nice. It's like when you see your
Arsenal fans
family at
tears.
Christmas.
Should we
You all
drink
gather around at the table. You break bread or baguettes, whatever you fancy. You drink wine. It's
Don't forget the cheese board
Yeah,
after.
fromage.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Don't forget the saucisson.
Because you know what, like,
Saucisson.
I don't want to be shameless. That's the
Oh
last.
no, it's not like you to be shameless.
No,
is it?
that's the last thing I want to do is be shameless.
No,
I want
of
to come
course,
across as
yeah.
shameless, but it's like you guys put your blood, sweat, and tears into the season. The rest of us are slacking. The rest of us
Not
are
me.
being silly billies, not
me.
you. We're not really.
Oh, we agree there.
We are. Trust me, my club is not, but it's just nice to see you guys try your very best on behalf of the rest of us. And and still fall short.
Would it be fair to say that both you and Abby take more delight in watching us supposedly fail than you?
No, when we won the Champions League, I cried, and then I saw Yardman cry the other day. I think it was yesterday. I think I saw him crying. So it's different tears of joy, tears of sadness.
Robbie.
I had incredible moments.
If I may say,
Two European Cups.
you know what's
2 stars on my chest.
you know
Club World
what's
Cup.
you know what's obvious
All of
to
that.
me is that
Tell him.
Europa Leagues.
Tell him.
Tell 'em.
you have more hatred for Arsenal than you have love for your own club.
No.
Oh, definitely
That's
not.
not true.
Multitasking is
I
important.
love my club. We're the champions of the
I hate
land.
my club,
No,
but
but you're
Multitask.
celebrating more now than you were a couple of weeks ago.
I think there were. Well, look at all the glitter on the floor still from 2 weeks ago. That's.
But you know what? You have your moment.
Do you not like multitasking? I like multitasking.
typical man.
Have your
Can't
moment, man.
multitask. Typical man.
Oh, that's late.
Can't do two
Late.
combos.
That's late.
That's
No
late.
offense.
That
No offense.
is
That's
late.
That's late.
Can't
It's
do it.
late.
late.
Unfortunately,
Can't do it.
it's late.
But do you remember
Fairly
that thing
true
they said
as well.
that Arsenal had never lost a European game on a Wednesday?
In France, yeah.
We have now.
Who said that?
It's just a
Weird
fact.
stat you lot rolled out.
It's
You
just
have now.
it's a fact, guys.
You say fact.
Smash that like button, get your comments in, subscribe to DR Le Sport if you haven't already, because it's a belter channel.
I
As
must
you
admit,
already
though, I'm
know.
impressed. The effort that you guys put into that.
Thank you.
First
Thank
class.
you.
If
Yeah, if only your team showed a bit
If
more
only
effort.
you that effort would have been replicated on the pitch of your two teams anyway.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause you can't chat
my
to
team's
me.
potentially going to be
That's
in
the
the
whole
final.
point.
Are you leaving with this season with a trophy?
I think so.
I think I might be.
I might.
You might.
You might be as well.
So 1, 2,
2,
3.
3.
even flex.
Yeah, but what
Even
trophy?
Flex,
Flex.
potentially.
Are you?
Even
Alex,
City.
Alex, notwithstanding, what trophies are we talking about here?
It doesn't matter, man.
I mean,
You
that,
know,
a trophy,
beggars
by the
can't
way,
be
that
choosers,
you.
Laurie. When you haven't won a major in 5 years, beggars can't be choosers. You can't
No,
be
but-
out here trying to rank people's trophies.
what's
when you
this,
ain't
What are
won
you
tennis?
it.
calling the Conference
Majors.
League a major
Hey,
trophy?
I think you shouldn't turn your nose up at the Conference League, considering you haven't won anything in 5 years. That's
Well,
what I
it's
think.
interesting because
When
last
you
year
haven't
when
won anything in
West
Europe,
Ham won
I
it,
would-
I seem to remember you deriding that trophy.
Listen, I can because I've got 2 stars. I've got 2 Europas. I've got a Club World Cup. I've got a Super Cup. So I can
When was that?
turn my nose up at the Conference League.
When they won the
but
Champions
you,
League, Champions League,
with your
When was that?
with your European heritage, I just personally, if it was me,
What heritage?
personally, if it was me, I wouldn't have that.
Let me just.
I wouldn't.
Get the berry out.
I personally wouldn't turn it down. I would take what I can get. That's just me though. That's just me.
That's just you.
That's just me.
That's just you.
I don't know about you.
No,
What about
that's-
you?
It's just him.
I'm just here for vibes. I'm just here for pure vibes and hating the Arsenal.
I have genuinely never, rarely anyway, seen you so happy.
Well, for the first time
Really?
in a good few weeks, Laurie, I had a really nice night's sleep last night.
I bet you
went to
did.
bed, put my head on my pillow. I was tired, but then I thought, hang on, I'm still alive. I've got more highlights
did
to
you do?
watch, more cookings. I need to see the FT meltdowns. I need to see Lee just giving it.
It's the tooth for me.
That's what we need. I just needed to see it. And
do-
that's what we saw.
I do think the fan cams could have came out a bit quicker.
Absolutely.
I think it was
Yeah.
it was
Slow
a bit,
burner.
bit slow. You know
He's
what I mean?
waiting for that, right?
Oh yeah, of
Keep
course.
them waiting. That's what I say when it
Keep on
comes
waiting,
to content.
But they kept me waiting, and I
It was a late night.
feasted. Yeah, but how did you feel?
I do feel good.
But we're glad we kept you entertained throughout the night.
Oh, listen,
Well,
it's
that's what
always
you guys do.
entertaining with
you
the
know what I mean?
Arsenal. I'll tell you that.
Such an entertaining club.
I'll
Class.
tell you that.
Oh.
Right? Oh,
That couple of weeks where it
Feels
was
good.
looking a little bit,
shaky.
little bit shaky, a little bit sticky. I mean, God, I'm so glad that was over.
And the amount of people that have asked me,
Right.
what would be more impressive, Liverpool winning the Premier League or Arsenal winning the Champions League? And just like Kanye West, I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
Welcome back to the weekend preview with
I
myself,
like your
AGT.
prep.
We've got
You've
Matthias.
clearly worked
We've
hard
got
on
Abby,
this.
and we've got the main dog, Laurie,
Laurie.
in the room, right? Smash that like button, as I said. So many super chats piling in, including Gotti. Au revoir, Arsenal. Roll on phase 732. Netflix FC. Next season FC. What else is
Next
there?
season, next week.
Almost
FC.
the nearly men FC.
Oh no, the God.
Oh, no, the guard.
Wait until we get a striker FC.
Underrated
Wait
guard.
until next season FC.
Overrated guard.
Oh,
Yeah.
What else we got?
Guard of Honour.
Guard of Honour.
That's on Sunday, isn't it?
Oh, shit.
Guard of
Oh, the
Honour.
Guard of Honour.
Odegaard. And he can take
word
the
of advice
pictures.
about the God of Honor:
Yeah,
just don't even look at the TV.
Yeah.
That's what I would. Or
he
That's
felt
if
it.
we do it.
turn away.
Oh!
Hey, that's not. Hey, you're a boxing fan. That doesn't sound like.
Yeah, where's the respect? Where's the sportsmanship?
We've got some more. What about PGMOL FC? Referees are out to get us, FC.
If there weren't no injuries, FC.
There weren't no injuries. They love to
Liverpool got lucky. Liverpool haven't played anyone, FC.
Yeah,
they haven't played anyone above them, FC.
They beat Madrid, FC.
That's a good one.
Down to 10
God,
men.
It's down to 10 men, FC.
God, wait till next year, FC. Really, yeah.
It's always good though. It's like Netflix.
No, it is good. It's good.
There's always a new season.
It's all
There's always
good.
something.
There's always something to look forward to. Isn't
I'm impressed by your prep. You clearly put a lot into this, and
there's a lot of material.
We do not do things by halves, Laurie.
Clearly not.
We
see what Arteta said.
What?
Which part?
He said they were the best team.
Yeah, across two legs.
Yeah,
he did.
And then Enrique said we didn't say that.
Yeah. So what? Are you telling me Arteta is lying?
Well, they both speak Spanish, so I don't really understand how I could get
There can't be a lot. There can't be a mix up there.
Lost in translation.
Maybe they should have spoke French.
Lost in Basque.
Lost in Basque.
Okay.
Lost in Basque.
All right. Well, let's go chronologically, I'd say. And we'll start off with, once again, one of the Champions League ties of all time. Inter Milan versus Barcelona. 4-3, right? I mean, the first leg was 3-3. We're looking at a 13-goal tie. And the late winner from Kirby saw Inter go into the final. This is Simeone Inzaghi's second Champions League final. It's 2 in 3 years for Inter. Oh, is it 2 in 2? It was 2 in 3.
2 in 3, yeah.
2 in 3.
Lost to City a couple years back.
We have to talk about this game because I was glued to the screen. End-to-end basketball settings. And the best team won, in my opinion, across the two legs. What do we think of that one? Because, as I said, where does it rank in terms of Champions League semi-finals in years gone by? Where does it rank?
I've got to say from the outset, I've got to put my cards on the table. I did not see the game live.
Ooh.
Oh, you missed
Having
a
said
serious
that,
one.
by all accounts, people are describing it as perhaps the best game in Champions League history. I can't say because I didn't see all of it. What I did see was the highlights, and I got to say, I was very impressed with the two teams, the goals. Yeah, it seemed like a great game.
It was up there.
It's right
for
up
me,
there.
Like maybe top 5, I would argue.
I'd even go top 3.
Top 3
as a tie.
tie.
I'm a bit biased. The Chelsea-Liverpool one always for me is up there as well. I love that tie.
Which one?
The 4-4 the bridge. Yeah.
Wow.
That was a lot.
Yeah, the Barca one.
Barca one.
Yeah.
The Milan one.
Obviously Spurs Ajax.
In the final.
90
Spurs
plus
Ajax,
4.
90 plus
It was
4.
it was up there. But
Yeah, it's right up there.
I mean, the one thing I would say is like obviously no one can defend. Like the art of defending is clearly
Forget it. Forget the art of defending.
It's done.
it's clearly gone. But as an end-to-end game, that gave you everything that you could want. The hope, the pain, the tears, last-minute equalisers. Oldest man in the whole thing going and doing that, taking it to the death. They looked down, they looked out, and they came back. It had everything.
It was like the football version of the Conor Ben Eubank fight.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It was
It was
couldn't
back and
call a winner.
forth. Great fight. Wasn't the greatest fight in terms of quality, a lot of people saying, but in terms of intrigue, drama, back and forth, ebb and flow. Yeah, that's what I heard. And there was quality as well. So.
It was so good.
Sommer was insane in goal.
So good.
Like Yamal was
save,
relentless.
man.
Couldn't stop. Like I know people know GNA, but honestly, Bennett, like the kid is sensational. Taking on 2v1 situations, hit the post, forced him into a world-class save at the end as well. Yes, he missed a couple chances, Yamal, but just what a footballer he's going to be as long as he stays fit, as the other greats did.
Is he a Ballon d'Or contender?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For this year?
I mean, the Ballon d'Or is people are thinking Dembele now because he's the one in the Champions League final. Obviously, people are still thinking potentially Salah, Yamal, Rafinha. It's going to be interesting, but that kid is a serious talent.
Well, does this hurt Rafinha's Ballon d'Or hopes?
Of course. The same with when Liverpool went out. It hurt Salah's, it will hurt Rafinha. I think that's partly potentially why he was crying because we know how much he wants it. I remember when Kabassi scored a header and then instead of the goal being for him, Rafinha just got his toe on it at the end and said, "Yo, I'm having that." Every little helps. Man thought it was Tesco Express. Do you know what I mean? So,
Other supermarkets
are available. Yeah, 100%.
Petit Falou and
but
Carrefour.
Ballon d'Or's
French.
Ballon d'Or's wide open. It's not open for Madrid and Vinny. I hope they turn up. You know what I mean? I'm sure they'll be there.
I'm sure they'll attend the ceremony, unlike last year.
But that award is so political, though.
Oh,
Yeah, of course it is.
rubbish.
Of course it is.
It's rubbish. It's
course it is.
rubbish. We've asked you on the screen there, or match of the day. I've asked you: is Inter versus Barcelona the best ever Champions League last 4 Clash.
I'm surprised you didn't mention the Liverpool comeback. I was waiting for you.
No, he did.
No, I
He
said
did.
that.
you did say
he
that.
did, yeah.
That is the best because it was in the final, wasn't it?
Oh.
Yeah,
You know what? I
and we had
wouldn't.
Jimmy
You know
Traore
what?
at left
I
back,
wouldn't
so-
disagree with that. To do that in the final, I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
final.
extra.
in 6 minutes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we talking about the last four.
But anyway, big up to Inter, who are in the final. And you know what? Let's go around the table and actually now say who we'd like to win the Champions League, because it's the two fashion capitals of Europe heading against each other, Milano and Paris. On my left, Laurie, who do you
It
want
may
to win
surprise
this?
you to learn this, but I hope PSG win it. I mean, listen, I've not got no real dog in the race, but one, they beat us, obviously, and two, if you think where they're coming from, the way they've turned that club around, getting rid of, the likes of Messi, who was the other guy?
Neymar,
Neymar,
Neymar
Mbappe.
and their man there, Mbappe to where they are now. And when you consider as well that, we beat them fairly comfortably in the same competition a few months ago. So the way they've come, if they could go on and win it, fair play to them, yeah. So I'd like to see them do it.
Who would you like?
I don't really mind, to be honest with you. I feel like maybe I would lean a little bit more towards PSG for the Enrique factor. Obviously,
Yep.
he lost his daughter. And I think that would be a really nice thing.
Fitting touch.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's 6 years, maybe since might have been 6 years since he lost her. I can't actually remember if she was 6 or if it was 6 years. I was reading about it. But I think that'd be a nice touch. Also, PSG have completely saved football, so I am forever indebted.
Fair enough. I
with a straight face.
I said the same as Laurie, actually. When PSG knocked us out, I said, I hope they go on and win it now. But I have got a very good friend, Dr. Ferrari, my Italian mate, who's a massive
His name's
Inter
actually
fan.
Dr. Ferrari.
It is.
That's a
I'm
brilliant-
surprised you've got a very good friend.
Oh, beautiful.
Very good. Yeah, he's woken
Lovely
up.
bar.
Someone's put 50p in him. Yeah,
Surgical.
Big him up. Someone's put
Surgical.
50p in.
Genuinely, I've never heard you say that before. Right.
Well,
Rolled off the
make
tongue.
sure you don't have to pay a visit to Dr. Ferrari. So big him up. I love him. But I think PSG, because they've beaten us, they've knocked us out. So I said at the time, go and win it now.
Yeah.
Right? What about you, Mr. Titty?
Came in a ballet. Wearing a classical.
Heritage, that
Heritage
is.
shirt.
Yeah. Do you know the year?
Shout out JJ Okocha.
Good bottle of wine from that
No
year?
idea the year. Amazon didn't say.
Probably 1980. They've
but listen,
already been around 50 years.
I don't really mind. I think we're past the worst of it now. In terms of Champions League potential threats and what could potentially be. So now it's just vibes. Now it's just enjoyment. Whoever, let the best team win.
Sit back
You
and
know,
enjoy
give
the
us a
ride.
great game. Give us entertainment. You both deserve it in your own way. Both teams have been to finals in the last 5 years. PSG against Bayern 2020, Inter Man City. So both of them have been there recently enough and felt the pain, felt the hurt, and then come back stronger, more experience, more nous, and potentially could win it. So I'd be happy for both teams. I'll be honest.
I suspect that the neutral probably want PSG to win it. Slightly more,
I mean, yeah, they're
je ne
more
sais quoi, sexy
entertaining in that way. Yeah, the
Nice.
way
What do
they
you
play.
reckon?
You say that, but I actually
But
really,
Inter are
I really
fun as
enjoyed
well.
watching Inter. Like again, they are end to end as well,
Yeah.
and I loved obviously the passion of that. Like they didn't give up. Like at times they looked like they were on the ropes. They looked knackered, and like they still found another gear. So I actually really don't mind.
Maybe
I
because
can't believe
PSG have never won it as
Mkhitaryan's
well.
still
Yeah.
for Mkhitaryan's playing for them.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
you believe it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the final. But now we must unlock Laurie here, and you need to tell us what happened last night. What went wrong? Why didn't Arsenal make it to the final? That's now 8 semi-finals that Mikel Arteta has had during his reign at Arsenal, and not once has he got in since 2020-21 has he got in to the finale. So, Laurie, we'll come to you. You have the floor, my friend. Arsenal failed to make their impact last night. Well, they did make some impact, obviously. Big miss from Saka. But why are Arsenal on the plane home today instead of going into the final?
Right, I'll take it on from here. Right, so first up, congratulations to PSG, and I'm going to go against what our manager said. I didn't think that his post-match comments were in keeping with the game I saw. I think that PSG were the better team over both games and deserved to go through. So him saying that Arsenal were the better team, him saying that we were the best team in the competition, I don't know where he's going with that. I can only conclude from those comments that the disappointment of going out has probably gotten to him, because I don't align with those comments. And in fact, I've not spoken to one Arsenal fan. I've spoken to a lot. since last night who feels the same way. Everybody feels that we are beaten by the better team. What I would say, though, I will give Arsenal some credit. We did not bottle it. We did not bottle it at all. Listen, come on. We didn't bottle it. We gave it a good effort.
Give it the floor.
No, but listen, we gave it a good effort. For the first 15 minutes, we played them off the park. The problem is we didn't score. And watching the game as I did, along with a lot of the guys at the Box Park, shout out to the Box Park for...
Big up Box Park, the scenes look
Big
great.
up Box Park.
Especially when you thought you had a pen.
What a scene that was, by the way.
So what I was saying was, watching that game, we started really, really well. First 15 minutes, we dominated. I think even you guys can agree about that. We created 5 good chances. 2 really good chances.
That elephant has just done me. I'm sorry.
2 really good chances. Declan Rice, I love Declan Rice as a player, but he should be doing better with that header. Odegaard, who I know you guys have been saying a lot about him, but he had a really good shot from outside the box. I would argue that there's probably only 2 keepers in the world that saved that. And that's Donnarumma and Courtois. Due to the wingspan, I mean, it's amazing.
And Alisson, probably.
Well, okay. We'll throw him in there as well if you want. But anyway, we made a great start. But the problem is, when you're playing a team like PSG, especially away from home, in a game of that magnitude, if you're not scoring when you're on top, you know the game's over 90-plus minutes, they're going to come back at you. We didn't score during that time. And I think it was the 16th minute. I remember it well. They hit the bar. Caraskelia,
yeah.
And I remember turning to the person to the right of me. I said, you know what? I'm worried about this game now. I think our opportunity might be gone. A few minutes after that, they score. And after they scored, I'll be honest with you, I never really believed that we were going to put them out after that. We tried, we huffed and we puffed. But a simple answer to your guys' question. In the final analysis, my opinion, my humble opinion, we just weren't good enough. We're just not at that level. There is a separation between us and the elite teams of Europe, of which PSG is one, and we're not there yet. It's as simple as that.
Do you think that's because you don't have that killer up front?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. I think we're about 3-4 players short of where we need to be. The most obvious being a striker. I mean, that is you don't even need to watch football to know that Arsenal need a striker. Mm-hmm. But it's not just the striker.
What to say?
There's a few other positions that we need to strengthen. But unless we bring in a striker...
I think you need cover in midfield massively.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Unless we bring in a striker worthy of the name, we're going to be having these conversations year after year. So in many ways, what happened yesterday is a watershed moment for this club.
Well, as a viewer, as a consumer, I wasn't expecting the Champions League semi-final to be seeing old Thomas on the sidelines.
No, but there's nothing wrong with that. What is wrong with that?
Well,
what is wrong with that?
I'm sorry. We've said all season that it's Mikel Pulis. Do you know who he's modelled his tactics off of?
This is where we have to be honest, because Arsenal Football Club, you had a swagger about you. There was a class about you. You know, the good old days, maybe the tippy-tappy, the one-touch, the Vieiras, the Henrys, the Vavavoums, the Wenger days, the Cazolas, the Ramseys. Now, if I do recall, a lot of you were saying, you know, boring Chelsea. Look at the way you play. It's not very good, is it? You haven't got any tradition, any, class about you. Look at our history. Look at the way we... And then you pull up to a Champions League semi-final. Like, you're playing at the Britannia Stadium, right? Jonathan Walters and...
Bet365 Stadium.
Rory
Clint Hill and Rory Delap and
Yeah.
Ryan Shawcross and Kenwyne Jones
Unique
Peter
Kenwyne
Crouch.
Jones,
And personally, I'm just confused. I'm just a bit dumbfounded because I was not expecting that. I know that PSG's weakness is the set pieces, but come on now. And even in the 94th minute, when the game's done, you're dead. It's finished. You're still doing it. It's weird to me. I feel like, and someone said it best, and I can't remember who on Twitter, but it felt like everything was about playing the percentages. But where is the instinct, the individualism, off the cuff? It's a Champions League semi-final. Look what we saw the night before. They weren't playing the percentages. They were playing the game. And I didn't see any player actually play. I mean, Declan Rice, this is how you got here. That free kick. Not playing the percentages. Not listening to the set-piece coach on the sidelines who's only there for attacking corners, not defensive ones. Right? The mural man. Yeah? Actually just... Yo,
Mural man.
Hey, this is Champions. Hey, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna play football. This is my game. It's not the manager's game. It's not the coach's. It's my game. I'm the player. I've been playing since I'm 5, 6, 7 years old. I didn't see. There was no moment in that game where you guys just like expressed yourselves. It felt like everything was coordinated.
No, I'll take issue with that. I'll take issue with that.
It was weird,
be
bro.
honest. No, come on, let's have an honest conversation. In those first 15 minutes of the game, right, especially, we started really to go to PSG.
To score.
Yeah,
You've got
fine.
to score, man.
No, but I'm addressing the point he made about he didn't see any moment
And
in that
you
game.
were brilliant in the first
Yeah,
15.
in that first 50, come on, bro.
were.
Like, give us some credit.
But a game's not 15 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. I've
Say
said
tennis.
we needed to score.
15
but
love.
for you to say that we didn't show any enterprise or anything, I'm not having that.
I actually thought Arsenal played well last night. I
Very
really
well.
did. I
In the
thought-
first 15 minutes.
Yeah, but I actually still thought for the most part you did play quite well in terms of pressing really high and trying to get the ball back. I actually thought they did, more so in the first half than actually the second for me. I feel like when you say earlier that about the bottling, you don't think you bottled it. That first leg, you bottled it. You didn't look anything like Arsenal. And what Mar says about the Arsenal that we all know and the Arsenal we've seen in previous seasons, right, in terms of the lovely style of play, so quick and beautiful passes, that's not been you all season. And I said that early doors and got cooked for it, for me saying that it was like watching Stoke. Okay, so that shouldn't come as a surprise. I called that in September,
Anti-football.
game week 4, game week 5. I said that. So you would think that, okay, when you haven't got injuries and whatever, like back at Arsenal's best or in a game at the highest level on the biggest stage, you're going to see that type of Arsenal. And I don't know whether or not it's like, I do think Mikel Arteta's a good coach and I think he's done wonders for Arsenal. But maybe he's just not the man to get you over the line. And maybe
Well, you
you're
listen,
still
that
very
is a
sure-
valid
you're-
argument.
you're
Not that
still
guy,
very
pal.
sure.
And only time will tell.
But you shouldn't
because
be
he's,
sure. You still
Time will
shouldn't
tell.
be sure.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah, but he's won more trophies in that 5 years than any of your guys.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this because West Ham have won more trophies than you in the last 5 years. We're not doing that.
You can't turn that on to Spurs. Spurs win
it.
fuck all.
can't do it.
And on top of that, Spurs have had 6 managers in the same amount of
have
time.
to
Yeah, exactly. So
Right?
he's,
So
my
my
was my
club-
point.
My
He's
club
won
is a
more.
mess.
He can't do it,
My club
Robbie.
is a mess. Alex's club had no signings this summer and had a new manager.
Thank
They've
you,
won the
Robbie.
league.
Thank you.
Mars club has won 2 Champions Leagues, gone through a whole new ownership, and God knows what they're
But
doing.
look where they are now.
You look at United; they've still won trophies, and look at the state of that.
Going to a
You've
European
won one
final.
FA Cup in the first half of his season, which was left over an Unai Emery team. I've said it time and time again, and it
Time
ain't me
and
being
time
saucy. You are in very big danger of being exactly what Spurs were under Pochettino.
No, we're not gonna do
You are in
The nearly
big,
men.
big danger of it. And now you think I'm saying it to be nasty. The only difference is that he's got that half a season of an FA Cup. You've won nothing. You spent £750 million.
Guys,
You
come
have
on, guys.
won nothing.
Come on, guys.
Squat. Nada.
Diddly
Come on,
squad.
guys.
Yeah.
Nil.
Right,
Nish.
except it's not
Bring your
diddly
issue
squad
back.
because we've won FA
You-
Cup.
you-
But
Bring
anyway.
your shin pads, guys.
You
Come on.
are not in your project anymore. The project's done.
Fine.
What phase
You've got
are you
to
in?
start seeing return on your investment. There ain't no phase now.
the winning phase.
No, you're not.
That
though.
comes next season. But listen, in all joke,
What did he
Next
say?
season,
What did he
He
say?
said, I said, what phase you in? He said the winning phase, and he said that starts next season.
Oh, shit.
well, it's not
You
going to be
don't
this
help
season, is it?
yourself.
Well,
gonna be this season.
What do we
yeah,
have
but we
here?
hear that every single
No,
year.
but listen,
Every
on a
season.
serious note, we did not
Come
bottle it
on.
yesterday. We didn't
You
bottle
bought-
it in
no,
the
you bottled
first
it last
leg.
week.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Did they bottle it last week?
Just because you
That
get...
first-
As soon as that
first
Tifo came
game.
out,
Just
that
because
was-
you get
that was
outplayed,
bottling
Abby, or you lose a game,
didn't-
doesn't mean to say you bottled it.
Oh, you didn't. You didn't
Bottling
you
it
getting
is the most
outplayed. You had-
overused term in the
but
football
it's used
lexicon.
all the time when it comes to Tottenham.
Seriously.
Bottle this, bottle that. No, you bottled it. You bottled it.
Did you bottle it against
You
Chelsea
bottled it on
last
the
week?
first
Oh,
leg.
no.
we'd
They've
already
already
won.
won the league.
No, but do you lose a game so people say
Laurie,
you
It's
bottled
just
it?
an excuse.
Laurie,
Laurie,
Stop.
Laurie, get into a low block.
Stop.
Right now. Your line's too high. You push
No.
your fullbacks up. You're not protecting your back four. You need to put that line back. You need
Last
to get into
night,
a low block.
last
Defend
night
for
we
the next
lost
10 minutes, Laurie.
to the better team.
Yes.
I've already said I disagree with what Arteta said, but it's a stretch to say we bottled. We did not
First
bottle
leg,
it. We
you
just
bottled it
we
at
just
home.
didn't have enough at the end of the day to beat a very good PSG team on their own ground. Abby's partly right. We lost it in the first leg. Losing at home was very disappointing.
Why does Ranieri not play?
Well,
Why?
you tell me.
Where
I
is
mean, I don't-
Ranieri?
Honestly, first leg, you're sitting there. You ain't seen Odegaard for 60 minutes, 65 minutes. Try something different. Bring on Wanyeri. Put him there. I don't understand.
I
why
agree.
sat there like dumbfounded, being like, surely he's going to do something.
I
And
mean,
obviously, much to my delight, he didn't.
Last night, we spent, myself and a few of the other guys, we spent about a good hour afterwards on that subject alone. What has this guy done? Has he upset Arteta? What? Because a few weeks ago, many people, myself included, were labelling this kid as the most exciting talent in the Premier League. And we need to score a couple of goals last night. And the guy, I mean, we were bemoaning the fact that he only got 5 minutes last week.
Maybe
this
because
week
he
gets
plays.
no minutes.
Maybe because he plays off the cuff. Maybe because he has an imagination, and the manager's like,
Callum Fury
we don't do
coming
that
in.
around here,
I-
buddy.
There are a couple of things.
Trust.
There are a couple of things that I cannot defend
Love
the
that from
manager
you.
on. One is the comments after the game. I thought they were disingenuous, and I thought they. Look, I
He
said,
has
I'm
got a
get-
bit of a streak in him, though.
He
to
does
throw
have that.
his
Look, I
toys
said,
out and
I
be
can
a
only
little
conclude
brat.
that he was upset with going out, and it's a bit like boxing sometimes. I know I like to go back to boxing.
You like me with
You know,
Liverpool.
sometimes they say that you should never interview a fighter in the immediate moments
In the
after
ring,
he's lost
yeah.
the fight, because a lot of the times they say the
Waffle.
wrong thing. But then, as Curtis said to me,
To be fair, they are taking punches to the head,
because
so-
they're getting punches to the head.
different.
But when he said that, I was disappointed because we did put up a good effort last night. No one can deny that.
For 15 minutes.
Even over the course of the game, I thought we played quite well. I think the difference was they were more clinical than us. The stats bear that out as well. I mean, we had more shots on them, but they had more shots on target. Obviously, they scored more goals than us. So, listen, it wasn't a bad performance. We were beaten by the better team. Just hold that, as you lot like to say, hold that.
Bombastically.
And
Exponentially.
exponentially even.
To be
it
fair,
just
I
gets
don't
bigger
mind.
as time
I've never
goes on.
mind how you go out. It's just that you
Expeditiously.
go out.
Yeah.
You can go out with the more shots on target. That's all right.
All
All right, but listen,
It's even better.
I wonder what the
actually.
field tilt was. Do you remember when they had the obsession?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
the
won
field tilt.
What was the field tilt last night?
The what?
The field tilt.
Where was the set piece manager last
Yeah.
night?
Oh no, he was up. He was up.
He's not a manager.
Coach.
Set piece manager. But anyway,
The head of
Set
set
piece
pieces.
you
at
lot are
Arsenal FC.
trying to distract me from my
Well, do you know
training.
what? I think we've kicked him whilst he's been down quite a lot.
And I actually feel
So,
sorry for you because
we'll do
this,
some
this should
super
be.
No, I don't want any
no, I
sympathy
feel sorry for you in general.
We're not-
Like, this should be a.
Listen,
this
I'm
should
not
be a
taking
Robbie
no
hole.
lessons.
but
We
listen,
just feel so
should
sorry.
be
for
Robbie.
you.
I'm not taking no lessons or
should
be Robbie.
sympathy
It should be
from
Robbie.
somebody who supports a team that's lost 19 times this
Big
season.
up.
But if they win the Europa
So
League,
hold up.
You'll
if they
never
win the
see
Europa
that.
League,
So what?
We'll
so
have a
what?
bet- we will have had a
Is
better
that,
season.
is that how you will genuinely look at it?
No,
if
they
win?
won't.
Yeah, I will. Listen, again, I'm going to use a boxing analogy. Like, so we've just, in
You're going for the
comparison
knockout
terms,
now. Last round,
in
you've got to
comparison
get a knockout
terms,
in this round.
we've just fought for a world title, right?
Yeah.
These men are fighting for an
European
area
title.
title. Okay, but you know, in terms of world football, it's the highest honour,
Hertfordshire
Yeah.
title,
right?
Yeah.
You man are fighting for the equivalent in boxing of what would be an area title.
Southern area.
So how can
Postcode
you talk
title.
to?
District.
How can you talk to us?
Because if
Hearts
every,
near.
I've been told
Just
my
look at
whole
the league.
No, hold on. This ain't the league. I've been told my whole life.
This is Champion League.
You
Champion
can't
League,
chat.
Champion League.
You
And
can't
they're not
chat
in it.
because hold on, because Spurs don't win nothing. Spurs don't
to a
do
final
this. Spurs
more
don't
recently
do that.
than you.
Got to a final more recently. Thank you.
Oh.
Alex, you don't really
Hold on,
believe
hang on,
that.
hang on,
Like,
hang
well,
on,
it's
hang
true
on.
Your face.
because we beat them in the final.
You're not saying
And-
that with any conviction.
And
I
on
can
top
see
of it's
that.
truth. And on top of that, I've been told my whole life
What a shout
Tottenham
that was,
don't win
by the way.
anything. It's everything's measured on
You
silver.
don't.
It's measured on silverware.
Say it.
Harry Kane isn't this because he didn't win anything. Blah 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 blah. Well, regardless, if we're measured on silverware and Tottenham end up this season with a major European trophy,
And not just that, Abby.
then
If Tottenham do,
better season.
or Manchester United, City, Chelsea, and Liverpool
We've
all get one.
bad season.
I'll tell you what. Come
By
back
you.
and talk to me if you win it.
Okay,
All right,
and I
fair,
will.
that's fair enough.
But-
That's
Oh, I'll
fair
be
enough.
talking.
Even
win
if you
it.
do win,
I'll be
don't
on that
worry.
megaphone.
My riposte will be, yeah, but come on now. Look at the league table.
Yeah, but that's
Look
why-
at the amount of games we've lost this season.
Does
Are
it
you
say that on the Europa
hang
League trophy,
Are you
where you
really?
finish in
No,
the
but
league?
what I'm saying
I don't
is,
think
are
so.
you really trying to tell me that you've had?
But
that
you must
successful
Yeah, I
hold.
will.
season?
How many times
You
you drawn
must
this season?
hold.
13 times, is it? 13
Sorry?
times? How many times you drawn?
Yeah.
Yeah, 13 times. Cool. Good title race. Good title
Yeah,
race.
more draws.
But
than
there's
Big Nasty.
oceans between us
Of course,
in terms
because
of where
you've
we
had
are.
6 years of stability and Spurs have not.
What,
You've had a lot of investment.
My final question
Before we move to
before we
Super
move
Chats,
on,
because we must.
because we must.
must.
Who would you
course we
sign at
must,
centre back
right.
to replace Saliba?
Saliba's not going anywhere for now, but you know.
But how
then-
long has he got until him and Saka look around and go, 25 could do with some trophies?
Like Oxlade-Chamberlain did.
And won everything.
Is Saka
You know what
gonna
I'm gonna
be-
say
is
to
Saka
that?
going to be the next Harry Kane?
You know what I'm going to say to that?
Well,
Let's
that's
cross that
something.
bridge when we come to it. Because last time I checked, the two of them both said, and they're on the record as saying, they're both very happy at
Things
Arsenal.
change.
Things
So
change.
until, you would know that with Trent.
Things change.
Until
Harry Kane
I
said the
see
same.
Well, Trent's won
something to make
everything
me
though,
feel
hasn't he?
different,
Trent's
then
won
we'll
everything.
address that situation.
Trent's won everything.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Anyway,
and the other thing I would say about that as well is something that I always say. The only thing that remains constant is the fans. Players, managers will come and go.
I agree with that. That's a good point.
That's fair.
Right, a bit of a moan, to be honest, because there's 8,000 people watching, Abby.
No.
And how many likes does that say?
Oh, that's only 757.
That's
Come
like
on.
1%.
You've had us in berets.
Maybe they didn't like
dancing.
that little song you guys did at the start.
No, well, they bloody did, because the comments are telling us. So you must. How dare you? Get that like button smashed, otherwise, we can't do this
Where
without
is
the likes.
Odegaard?
Yeah, smash the like
They
button.
matter for the algorithms.
Arsenal bottled it
Right,
again.
shout out that Gooner Cannon29, who is a member.
Big up.
Oh, yeah. Can't do that.
You picked a good day to join.
Spurs are 2 games from a North London reverse Uno, says Medical Bunker.
Let's just get through tonight.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Au revoir, Arsenal. Again, Gotti super chat. Roll on phase 7-3-2 Netflix FC. PSG beat 3 English teams. Inter beat Bayern and Barca. What does Arteta say? There hasn't been a better team in the competition than Arsenal, though. AGT. Will Liverpool give Arsenal a guard of honour as Arteta's maths say they've got more points than Liverpool in more games? That is also a mathematical bit of a howler.
Did he really say this?
He
stuff?
did. He did
Yeah,
say that the other day. Yeah,
when? Did you hear him
said,
say
guys,
that?
we have more points than Liverpool.
Did you hear him
in the
say
last
that?
2
'Cause
years,
I
and
don't
That means
recall
we
that.
have 2 Premier Leagues.
He actually said
He
that.
actually said that.
Did you hear it?
I heard it with my own.
Huh.
Yeah. Call the police, because the maths isn't mathing right now. The maths is not mathing, Michael.
He actually
He
said
actually
that.
said
Yo,
that.
yeah,
Laugh
he's a
bar.
criminal.
But we actually still have more
Someone
points than them in the last 2 years.
I've got to say,
Someone
man,
else.
The
some
maths
some
is
of the
not mathsing.
manager's comments, I
Laughable.
Do you think it's like
Nonsensical.
Do you think it's a thing where, like, because their fan base is so deluded, the manager has to be as well?
Them well. He's
He
the
does.
perfect
Yeah, he
manager
actually
for them.
does. To be fair, he's perfect.
Honestly, really is.
perfect for you. Lot.
Jamie says, I don't care if Arsenal win at Anfield now, brackets, because it doesn't matter anyway, close brackets. Robbie needs to wear that sausage outfit on Monday or whenever he is back. Where do we think Robbie is right now? Is it on the Eurostar? He's probably coming across the channel. Probably
Robbie.
could have made it in time, but anyway. Jamie M then says, also, where's the Rafinha Ballon d'Or talks now? They better hope Barca ain't too knackered with an El Clasico coming up this Sunday and then bottle La Liga. Right? Who could have thought that? Big up Charles Cam, who is now a gold level member. Shout out to you, my friend. Jamie M says, also, let's not forget the Pope stat from Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
Robin is going to need to have the longest hold that when he's back. Don't you worry. Right, because he's coming to Anfield and he's got to come to Anfield on Sunday and get a result. And I would love it. I would love it if we beat them.
We're going to
but-
play your strongest team.
Oh,
innit?
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But he will be in Kenya.
Appreciate this, by the
unfortunately.
way, the way you've
Oh, bro.
Are we
done
not
that,
going to see
yeah.
Rob?
Trust me.
We're not going to see Rob.
What, he's not there, man?
Kenya.
He's going to Kenya.
Jesus.
But we can do
Listen,
the
yo,
international hold
Yo,
that.
chat, what do we think of this, chat?
We can set up the broadband
Yo, chat,
and the modem.
what do we make of this
This is
Robinson
crazy.
just
Well,
ducking?
yeah.
Robinson's ducking.
That's crazy.
Where is he? He's not here.
Coming
He's
like
not-
juice.
He's only gone to Paris, by the way.
Robinsons. I know.
Paris is
It's
an hour
quick time.
away.
Bro, it takes me the same time
Paris is as
to
far
get
as
from
Dublin.
Liverpool to here this
Yeah.
morning than it would for
Honestly,
Robinson.
this is
Robinson.
To get to London. Clap for Flex. He got the prediction right. 2-1 to PSG, says Benner. I've gone crazy. Do you know this person?
No.
They've got a picture of you as their
No, I do not
their
know
face.
this person.
Just to reiterate though,
Oh,
Arteta
pressing
said
charges.
Arsenal have had more points in the past 2 seasons than Liverpool have had this year, and Arsenal finished second. They should have 2 more Premier Leagues. But if you look at where Arsenal have got in the last 2 seasons, it's actually less than what Liverpool have got now with 3 games to spare. Just to make that
listen.
clear.
The manager's comments are his own. I don't align with stuff like that.
Good,
I
because we
find
call
a
you
lot of
deluded
that-
if you did.
I've said it on the record. I
Good.
think it's cringy. but
Yeah, it
there
is,
you
mate.
go.
It is. I've gone Matisse Crazy says, Robbie, what happened to Arsenal winning the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, EFL Cup, NBA Final, Super Bowl, WrestleMania 41, RuPaul's Drag Race, and the Space Race? Right? That's it. Well, nothing has happened. Philip, you never walk alone, says, Bonjour, Robin Light. I think he's referring to yourself. Champions of Europe? Never. You pussy. Hold this baguette. How's your destiny looking now, headphone? Yeah? You never walk alone, Arteta the pussy as a hashtag, that one. Let's see if it takes off.
That's
Clara
a bit
Bitsy
of
gets
a-
in
there's
touch.
some real feeling.
You'll
in that
never
one.
sing that. The champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Just hit the nail on the head with that one, Clara Bitsy. She's back in the building. DSY. Asna pranced around like fairies looking for set pieces and throw-ins. We said they were average when the set pieces dried up, but bottling the Champions League is the history of the Asna. Prophetic record in Europe. You never walk alone. Dragon. Arsenal are shit. I admit. Right? Hands up. They are shit. I admit that. However, my country, Indonesia, still has hopes for the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Therefore, my hope in football is not lost yet. Come on, you Gunners. Juno, it's okay. There's always the next Champions League.
Well, that's right, isn't it? There is one every
Well,
year.
yeah, absolutely. Champions of Europe, you'll never sing that. Neither will you, Abby. I have a hunch that either Bilbao or Bodo Glimt will do something special tonight, says Dragon.
Yeah, I have the same.
Bilbao are not
Fair
doing
enough.
nothing.
Bilbao
I think
nice.
the Williams brothers are not even going to be there.
But,
Yeah, the Williams sisters might turn up to replace them, mate.
Yeah.
How about that one?
Hold tight, Bodo.
Robbie said he'll ring in, so call that
call
Malteser, says Lewis.
Shall I call him?
We might as well give him a ring.
Go
Might as
carry on,
well
Molly.
give him a ring. Yeah, you try. Liverpool Frankie 01 in quotation marks says, at least we beat Madrid, guys. Did you get a trophy for that? I don't think so. We tried to do it. Don't get it. They just take the trophies off us. We have got the Robbie, the
You're
Don
gonna try?
Robinson on
He might not
on the
answer.
call. We'll see if he picks up. I doubt he will.
PSG is not an easy feat, is it? As you guys well
Well,
know.
we beat them away.
You didn't beat them in the Champions League.
Penalties though, wasn't
We
it?
beat them too.
Well,
We beat them well.
without Kravitz.
We beat them as well.
Oh,
So-
what'd you get for that?
But what I'm saying is, you
What'd
you
get
couldn't
for
do
that?
it either.
Oh,
mate.
have we got him?
No.
No.
Oh,
it's
Do
late.
you know what? I feel it's
It's
because
late.
Abby is saying it and calling him. He might not pick
No,
up.
he
Is it
will.
Abby?
He's
He would.
going to Nairobi. Where's he, bro? Where's
He's
he
going to
going?
Kenya. Oh,
Where's he
I'll
going?
tell you who he's with.
Oh yeah,
Cecilia.
He'll be with Cecilia. won't he?
Cecilia.
Yeah,
So
right,
whilst you
just-
call him,
Yeah, ring
Okay.
I'll get through.
Ring Cecilia.
Well, if none of them answer me, then we know they're avoiding.
Then we
Yeah,
know.
ring Cecilia.
And it did ring, so they can't say there's no signal.
No,
either,
it's
right?
not
Where's
okay to
Cecilia,
go
man?
anymore.
They do have the We Beat Man City and the Madrid trophy, though, says Juno. Very important to remember that. X and KG hate along was amazing. That had me dead, says Fernando. That walking Malteser for Arsenal are favourites because they beat Real Madrid. Hold that L. There are other clubs in Europe that deserve this trophy, says Freestyle. Not Freestyle DM, is it? No. I see Don Robbie sent some deluded pointer to Laurie, says Byron. We'll try
Deluded
Lee.
pointer?
We'll try Lee.
We'll try the
Clara
trash.
Bitsy, they also said an English team wins the Champions League whenever the Pope dies. What about it? We're trying everyone.
We're trying
We're
everyone.
trying everyone on this one. Mama J says nothing, just sends in a super chat. And the last one for a sec is who is Greg? My brother. Abby, sorry for the Sol Campbell comparison. Please win the UEFA European League, Europa League, sorry. After the stuff Asna fans have been chatting all season, a Spurs trophy is needed. And I would love it. I would love it if
I've
they won
asked-
that.
I've asked
I
them to
really,
call.
really would. Right, let's go on to the old Europa League. All right. Right, we'll still... has he replied?
Nope.
Oh, he hasn't
She
replied.
said, "Call me back, you pussy."
Yeah, fair play. No, it's about right. Europa League. Bodo Glimt 1, Tottenham Hotspur 3 was the first leg score, Abby. You're going to the plastic pitch tonight. How are you feeling, and what will you be feeling?
hold
we've
on.
got a
Pause,
call.
we've got
Cecil G
Cecil.
is on
Cecilia.
the phone. Can we hear him?
Cecilia.
No swearing, please.
Bonjour.
Yeah, you're live, mate.
Bonjour, pussy-o.
Le Pussy.
We rang around. We tried to get in touch with Rob. We
Only
tried to
one
get in
that
touch
answered.
with
Fair
Lee,
play.
and we tried to get in touch with you, and you're the only one that's rung us back. So do we have everyone?
Sorry, breaking up. Eurostar just to win the
No.
Yeah,
Listen. The fans wanted.
Oh, he's gone.
Oh, it's late.
He's gone.
Wow.
Can you believe it? I can.
Kenya,
I can.
get onto your dad now.
I can. But anyway, going back to you. 3-1 up in the first leg.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would say there's let's go with 90% chance that Tottenham go through to the European final tonight. But is it that 10% that rattles your bones?
Absolutely. I mean, a normal team, you would think 3-1 up, going to Norway, plastic pitch. You'd think, oh, the job's basically done, isn't it?
You've got experience. You beat Marine. No, who was it? Solihull?
Tamworth.
Tamworth, that was it.
Tamworth.
I knew it was someone in the
We have
Midlands
played with
area.
them.
Yeah, I know.
You would think that it is basically all but done. But if
You would.
you are a Spurs fan and you have trauma and PTSD, then that goal that they scored at the back end of last week kind of ruined the night a little bit, because that has left the door open. Now, I know what everyone will say, they're Bodo Glimt, they're minnows. Well, they've done pretty good to get to this point, right? You know, they've knocked out Lazio. I think they knocked out Roma. They had that game against United. They are not as minnowy as people would like to say, because this particular run in Europe has been brilliant for them, and they've been very, very good at home.
You're setting something up there.
No. I'm just. I've said the same thing since last week, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It would be very Tottenham to be Spursy.
But
yeah,
you can't afford.
Absolutely.
After what's happened here today,
no.
With the music, with the sirens. This will be coming back out.
Yeah.
If Bozo Gimps,
Bozo Gimps.
if they knock you out of a European semi-final,
Yeah, it's unforgivable.
I'm telling you now,
He's got to walk tonight.
it will be a
if he loses
problem.
that.
We might even have to do
He's
a
gotta
Friday
walk tonight.
12:30.
Yeah, it might have to be.
Yeah.
It might
Premier
have to
League
be.
preview again.
I can show up.
It might have to be.
Like-
You can bet your life
Because
I'll be on that
we
show.
can't clown Arsenal
trust
for
me.
losing to PSG in a Champions League semi-final, and then Tottenham lose to Bozo Gimp in a Europa League
Don't you
semi-final.
think I know this?
Yeah, I just want to lay it all out there, because now, you know what I mean, I don't even know if I want this for you. Like, I don't want you to lose that game, because it will be another level.
It will be
The way
another
Robbie will not go to Kenya. He will be here on Monday. Kenya trip will be cancelled.
Yeah.
It will be.
That's true.
Look, I know that I am shameless, and there's not been many chances I could be this shameless this season, because we've lost 19 times in the league. So I know it would be very Tottenham to literally go 1-0 down in the first 10 minutes. I know that. It's a deep-rooted fear in me, because I've seen this happen so many times with my own team. However, I have to try and be positive, because they are 45 minutes away, hopefully no extra time, getting to a final. And what has been such a terrible season across the board, I've had no joy in the last 8 months whatsoever. So this is all I've got. I've always said Thursday is what I have. That's what they've put all their energy into. And I have to believe that Spurs have enough quality, even if they're missing Lucas Bergwijn, even if now Maddison is ruled out until, the next 2-3 months. I have to still think they have enough quality in that squad to go to Norway on the artificial pitch. It might be a little bit cold, but your gloves
They don't
on.
even have a badge on
No, they do
Google.
have a badge though. They do have a badge. It ain't like Noah that you played. They do have a badge.
In
So
the cauldron of 8,000
yeah,
fans.
look, it's sticky, and I'm very nervous, and it's really hit. This morning I was like,
There's a final
there's
set
a
up there
final
with
at
United.
stake, and
Like-
obviously we want to go to Bilbao. We will, it will
How
be
do you think you'll cope with the
amazing.
cauldron of 8,000 fans roaring?
I don't know. Look, I know quite a few people that are going out there. That some of my friends have managed to get in that bracket
Shout
of
'em
getting
out.
season
Go on.
tickets. Big up Stu. Big him up. He's gone
Go
out
on,
there.
Stewie
Big up
boy.
Adam as
Loyalty
well.
points.
Go on, Ad.
Mad for
Big
this
dog.
Big ting.
Yeah.
Like big loyalty points.
Big loyalty points.
Big loyalty points.
Yeah.
So they've gone out there.
What's your allocation?
I don't even know what the allocation was, but it was small, like whatever.
Like 700 or something. maybe
But
even
you
less.
had to have over 500 loyalty points. Yeah. And to be fair, Stu goes home and away. Like he goes over
Super
there.
fan.
Super fan.
Super duper.
So yeah, amazing for them, and they're going to have a great time, I hope. But yeah, obviously most Spurs fans are nervous, and it's rightly so, because there's a lot
riding on it.
There's a lot at stake, but I do, like I said, have to have the belief in my team that they will be able to beat Bodo Glimt away, and we're still going into it in a positive position. We are 3-1 up. Obviously, it looks a lot better if you're going there 3-0 up.
North
I'll tell you what will be interesting
No-
for the neutrals.
No one's
If they score in the first Bodo Glimtnesses in the first 10-15 minutes.
it'd be disgusting for me. I'm working tonight.
That
I'm
would
going to
be
have to do the
so-
whole
North,
thing.
Wow.
North London is all about
The
hope.
whole thing.
Can I
It's all about
just
believing.
tell you how many tickets you guys have for tonight?
How many?
404.
Wow.
Better make yourselves
And,
heard,
and,
lads.
and one man, right, from Norway, has traded in
Oh, the fish. I saw that.
5 kilos of fish for a ticket for this game.
Well, it's their biggest. It's going to be their
5
biggest game
kilos
as
of
well.
fish.
But yeah, I'm very nervous.
Well,
Very
it
nervous.
depends on the fish. Is it the bigger fish to fry, or is it just?
I think it's the bigger, yeah,
Is it the bigger fish
the
to,
bigger
to
fish
fry?
to fry.
Was that Robbie then that traded?
Is that
it?
Robbie that
be.
traded the
Must
fish?
be.
He ain't going Kenya. He's going Norway.
Must be.
Yeah, look, I just need Spurs to not be Spursy. Just for once, please. Like, just get
Be
past.
professional.
Be professional. Go there, do your
I
job.
can tell you what
Back
type of
post
fish it
Brennan.
was.
Don't worry about the artificial pitch. Kulusevski in the 10. I need Vicario. Shut your legs, boy, because I can't see what I saw the other day.
Yeah, fair
Or what I
play.
wanna
To
keep
dare
in.
is to do.
I need good concentration. Full game,
Just
lads.
good.
full
Not
game.
great,
I need
just
to
good.
see Romero keep your head. I need to see, just compact. Do what we did against Frankfurt at times. Sit in, have a back eight if you need to. I don't care. Get the job done.
And just before we get on
Please.
to the score prediction, which
Feel
I'm
sick.
very sure that you're keen to do, shout out to Torbjorn Eid, a production manager at a fish farm in Senja. He offered 5 kilos of boknefisk,
Wow.
a Norwegian delicacy
Wow.
worth nearly 2,500 Norwegian crowns, right, in exchange for a ticket. And he said this: "We produce Norway's best bonafisk, and you probably can't get it in Bodo City. So I thought maybe someone would want it." Right, and there he is. He's got his ticket and he's inside the ground tonight. So, score predictions. Don't forget, it's 3-1 on aggregate. An early goal for either team. Early goal for Bodo Glimt sets it right up for a finale. But an early goal for Spurs surely has them 1 foot in the final. Booking those hotels, booking those trains, booking them planes, booking them boats
ball ache
to
to get to.
Bilbao.
It's a big
It
ball
is,
ache, yeah.
because it's they kind of look at themselves as their own little country within Spain. So can we get a score prediction from your good self, please?
Right,
Mr.
so
Lorelei?
as much as I'd love to be able to sit here and predict that Spurs will meet their downfall tonight, unfortunately, my head has to rule my heart. I think Spurs get the job done without too many problems. On the night, 2-0.
2-0 on the night, and that's Spurs in the final
Yep.
against potentially Manchester United. We'll speak about them in a sec. Abigail Summers, what have you got for us?
It's just Bodo Glimt that you're out here.
408 fans. What was it?
Realise I've lost
404.
19 times this season in the Premier League.
Comment
alone.
about Bodo Glimt.
It's not actually about Bodo Glimt. It's about my own team. It's like the lack of trust. I do think that we will concede. I really do. I really, really do.
Yeah, you can do that and still go through.
I reckon we do concede, and I think we will score. So I think it might be. What are we on 3-1? I think it might end up like over. I think it might be 1-1
On the night.
on the night. Yeah.
And then 4-2 on aggregate
Yeah.
to Spurs.
Whatever happens, just don't take it to pen, please.
There we go.
Please.
Matthias?
Surely they can't mess this up.
Surely.
Our reverse psychology worked, though, didn't it? The other day?
It did. The whole 0.0001% that
Did work
PSG
very
will go
well.
through. It did work. So now I know what to do going forward. I'm not going to waste it on this, though, because, let's
Bigger
just...
fish to fry.
Bigger fish to fry, man. The final. Yeah, I'll say I like 1-1. I think 1-1's a good score, actually.
I'll go 2-2 on the night.
Wow, that's
Go
a lot of
through
goals.
to yet another European Cup final against Manchester United.
I think we beat them back in 2022.
1-0.
Yeah,
You
1-0,
did.
so yeah.
Manchester United 3, Athletic Club Bilbao 0 from the first leg. Both the Williams aren't travelling.
Jesus.
I mean, this could be a rout. Obviously, United are going
Why
through.
aren't they travelling?
Bigger fish to fry
Oh, right, fair.
Can't be
in
asked.
the league. Genuinely,
Can't be asked.
Flights are too expensive for that many lads. Quick prediction then. The 3-0 from the first leg.
And I think the noises that are coming out of Bilbao, the guys not travelling, just to share, I was going to say energy, lack of energy.
Lack of belief.
United are going to coast through that game.
Coast, yeah.
I go 2-0 United on the night.
Do you know what would be funny? Just a couple early goals for Bilbao.
Be unreal.
Would just be funny. Very similar.
It would be funny, but it's also very unlikely.
Are we actually deep in what's going to happen here?
Yes.
A Tottenham Manchester United European Cup
But isn't
final.
that fun?
Oh, beautiful.
It's great.
But only if they win it.
It's great for
For me,
us.
it's only fun if they
No,
win
you
it.
want a Prem. Man United fans
I
can't
don't want.
chat
Yeah,
to
but I don't want.
I'll
them
tell you what
to
would
win
be
another
fun if you
trophy.
don't win it, because their manager is on the record. He's saying it's not us.
That he wins something in his second season.
Yeah, but-
No, I'm talking about the United manager saying
right.
it's the worst ever team in the Premier League to get to a European final. So if you guys get there and then they beat you lot,
A
Oh,
team you've already
I
beaten
told you,
3
I've
times.
had no.
But they're both terrible.
exactly. This is what goes to what I was saying earlier about.
Would it be the lowest quality final based on where they finished domestically?
No, I don't
ever?
think it's the lowest quality in terms of on the pitch.
think it
'cause
is.
both those teams should be in the top 10 on player quality.
No, but I
in
think
terms
Alex
of
is right.
yeah,
in terms
league
of what
standing,
they've produced this
probably
season.
yeah.
Maybe
it is the
ever.
worst.
It
Yeah.
would be
Of all time.
absolute.
Yeah, maybe.
Bad.
Because
Because fair play
15th
to
versus
Amorim,
16th.
unlike our manager, he's
we're in a battle for-
calling things like it is.
We're only a point behind. We're 50.
No, I'm saying in terms of he has said, look, regardless of whether we win it, we would be considered the worst Premier League team ever to win a European trophy.
Yeah.
So
Same
this
with
goes
Spurs.
back to what I was saying about you guys coming at us. But we're
this ain't about
operating
Arsenal for a
at a
sec.
completely different level.
Of course
to
you are,
man.
because like I've said, United have had however many managers in all that time, yet still won
That's the beauty
trophies.
of football. You
Spurs
could be
have had
at
6
another
managers
level
and win a
and you
trophy.
could still not get nothing.
That's how it goes
That's how
sometimes.
it goes. There ain't no comparison between the two. Between us.
Yeah, you're
United
right.
and you.
There is no
Because-
comparison. Yeah, you are
there
right.
ain't no comparison.
You are
between
right.
The two.
You're,
The
for the first time,
It's the
we
beauty of the
agreed.
football.
No, yeah, but you're saying it in a delusional way. I'm saying it in a smart
No,
way.
we agree.
We've already
We
got
agree.
we've already got the league to
We agree.
crown the best team over
Yeah.
consistency. We need the cups.
My
for
man
the
over there is
chaos.
basking in
We
reflected
need the
glories
cups.
about Champions
We
League.
need
That
the
was
chaos.
many
The
moons
cup-
ago, bro.
The cup is all about chaos. We've already got the league to
Many moons
crown
ago.
who's the best,
Yeah,
and you
fair
weren't
enough.
the best. So I don't know what you're complaining about. You know what I mean?
So I'm going to go 2-1 United on the night, 5-1 on aggregate.
I'm not even going to give Bill. They're not going to score.
You're not even going to give them a goal.
Could be a 3-0 again.
It could be 3-0 again.
I think Man United will just be looking at the clock and just waiting for it to just roll down. So I'd say like 1-0 Man United.
1-0 United, which would mean a Tottenham versus Manchester United European Cup final. Can you imagine the content? Just imagine the content from Abby and Flex for 1 second if you can.
It would be great.
Right, let's go and jump into the Premier League, the bread and butter, as Bill Shankly said. The biggest game of the weekend is, on paper it's Liverpool-Arsenal, but actually Newcastle-Chelsea could be a more interesting top 5 race clash.
I think there's more jeopardy in it.
Oh, for sure. Again, Arsenal will be giving Liverpool guard of honour.
Are you sure about that?
I am 100% sure about that. Why wouldn't I be?
No,
Are you a classy club?
classy club?
yeah.
Surely.
It's not my club, mate.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus!
I don't own the club.
Jesus
I don't
is
own
Lord.
the club.
okay.
No,
I
but
see how it is.
on that, I have heard unofficially that Arsenal will be.
Yeah, why wouldn't
Of course they will.
Yeah,
This
why
isn't
not?
Rangers Celtic. Why wouldn't they?
With the whole guard of honour thing, though, I do think it's a little repetitive, isn't it? Like you're gonna every week.
No,
Every
only
week.
because we won it so early. It's not our fault.
Yeah,
try and
of
stop
course,
us, and then
but
you
like
only
every
have to
week,
do it once.
like the same thing. Like, come on, even
Well,
you're gonna be.
you
bored
wouldn't
of that,
know.
wouldn't you?
Oh God, no. Hang on.
You
me?
would, wouldn't you?
No,
Me?
not
Laurie,
really.
if you
Myself,
won the league as
bored.
early as Liverpool, you'd be lapping
you'd
up
be
them guard of
basking
honours
in it,
every
mate.
weekend.
So
Listen,
you-
I
Maybe,
think it's
maybe.
actually a fair punishment to the league because
Yeah.
if you don't want to have to do this every week, then
Then
do
try
not
harder.
let them win it at a
Score
canter.
more goals.
Don't let them do it.
You know what I mean?
I think
Yeah, but you don't
I
have
think
to
it's
do
actually
it. I
fair
think we saw in
punishment.
Very
Celtic
simple.
Rangers the other week.
Yeah, but
They-
that's
but
different level.
That's
That's
religion.
different thing.
That's
stuff, innit?
that's
No, I think
madness.
it's because Celtic had done it to them before.
No,
something
but they
like
also hate. They also deeply hate each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's sectarianism and
It's too
whatnot.
much.
But,
But in terms of the game, I mean, I'm going up there actually on
Ooh.
Sunday, and I'm not looking forward to
Nice.
the experience. It's going to be horrible. Because
will you clap?
Huh?
Will you clap? The
Yeah, I
Liverpool
probably
players
will.
onto the pitch?
Probably will. Listen, Liverpool being the best team. I said that to you off camera, on camera when we did his show
I
on
think
LL
they've done
Sports.
this
Mainly off camera.
I think they've planned that Kenya trip at this specific
what a-
time on
what a
purpose.
time.
Like, let's be honest, Laurie, you don't deserve this. You're lovely. You know. You,
I wouldn't go that far, but-
Not many people that call me that,
Paris,
but I'll take
They
it.
go to Paris. They know full well
Having a
they're
nice
going to
beer.
get knocked out. Then they miss this show, right? And they go to Kenya. They miss the God of Honor, and they miss Monday. It's all too much of a coincidence for me. And they just have you just having to take
The
all the heat.
battering ram.
You got to do this. Get the heat today. This shouldn't even be for you.
No, but you know what
then
it
on
is?
Sunday you got to
This-
watch a God of Honor, and then you get cooked again on
But
Monday.
you know what it is?
Ah,
though?
it's not.
It takes
It's not
big
nice.
cojones. So
not
that's
nice.
why I'm here.
Ooh, that's why it's
It's not nice.
That's why I'm here.
But,
But,
if you
not
think
nice.
for 1 second that me, myself, and I, AGT, will not enjoy this guard of honor,
No, I know you.
I have
yeah,
been
you-
visualizing,
you-
dreaming, some wet dreams in there as well across the season.
Too
Thinking
much
of this
information.
moment.
Don't wanna know
Wow,
that.
it's a joke.
Don't wanna know about your wet
that-
dreams, We do not want to know about that.
No,
but in terms
seriously,
of, as I was saying to you the other day, Alex, off camera, the last time I went to Anfield was actually quite some time ago.
2007,
Yeah, when
and you
we
won
beat- yeah.
3-1 in the FA Cup.
That's right.
That was the last time.
Henri
Yeah,
damaged up Jamie Carragher. man.
yeah. But
Pretty much.
what's happened since then at Anfield, though?
No, I'm just saying on that day, like, you know what I mean. But anyway, I'm not looking forward to Sunday.
You looking forward to being
I think it's
in
going
the
to be
city
a
of the home
somewhat
of the Premier League
chastening
champions?
experience.
I can
questions
show you
are these?
around a couple.
No, look, I like
couple
Liverpool as a city. I've
can show
always
you
had
around.
good time. I've been up there quite a few times, aside from football.
For
Always had a
boxing
good
and whatnot,
time.
yeah.
But I must admit, on Sunday, I'm not looking forward to it. That whole
I am.
guard
Can't,
was you-
I can't wait to see you.
coming off the back of
I can't.
what was a very disappointing night on Wednesday to go up there.
What's the mentality though for this one? We can laugh and joke, but seriously, there is
I
the
think the
guard
players,
of honour.
the morale's going to be on the floor.
Yeah,
Without
it
any
is,
shadow
isn't
of
I
it?
think
doubt.
Arsenal are losing, honestly.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
really
I
losing that
said
game.
to a friend of
Heavy.
mine, I said,
Maybe.
this
Lost three
probably
in a
be
row.
the first time this season that I've gone on a show like this and predicted that Arsenal are going to lose a game because I just can't see us winning.
No.
Great.
So let's just hope we don't get.
And I feel like
really turned over.
Liverpool rested against us. Much appreciated.
No,
Um,
you're welcome.
And then they're obviously going to play their strong team.
Yes.
And I feel like Liverpool actually have motivation to win this because they just want to just
Yeah.
kick you
It's
down.
just shut
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
And
Arteta.
really, you know what I
is
mean?
What it is.
And they get the opportunity to extend the gap as well to 85 to 67. It just makes things
Plus
look
them
nasty.
losing last week. I
Yeah.
heard Virgil say that he was very disappointed with
Yeah.
the team. You know they're going to be on it.
Home,
Let me just tell you
the
this.
home crowd are going to be up for
Oh,
it.
mate, let me
party
tell you
time.
this. The
It's
fans
party
are going to
time.
win us this game. It's
party
party
time,
time.
yeah.
We're going to be singing about Arteta. We're going to be singing about his correlation to Everton as well, probably. We are going to be singing, "Where's your Europe? Where's your Europe? Where's your European Cups?" That's what we're going to be singing, very loud and proud. But you're right, from a Liverpool point of view, this game, it means nothing. But we want to smash
Oh,
on.
it
So if
means
it means
everything.
nothing to you, what do you think it means to
Well,
us?
even
Yeah.
more nothing. But this is pride for you. This is
Oh, it's not.
humiliation
Well,
for
hold on,
us.
you've actually got
It should be, though, because if you
You've
lose
got
like 3 or
secure,
4-0,
yeah.
Yeah. If you get
Yeah,
smoked
but
4-0.
even if we beat Liverpool, everyone's going to say, "See, look, they play
No.
well against Liverpool when nothing mattered."
No, but you
when
still
there was
need
That
to
would be
make
a very
sure-
Arsenal to win that
You
game.
need
That's
to
what
make
everyone
sure
was
that
saying.
you're going to get second.
Yeah.
Listen,
Make
So
sure.
you've actually still
top
got
five.
something on it.
Top five is. I think you're getting top five. I wish I could make it into a thing, but
Same.
it's not. But you got this game.
They might
Then
not
you
finish
got.
second,
Then you
though.
got Newcastle at home. Newcastle
Ooh,
fighting for
it's
top
late.
five.
Yeah.
Back-to-back defeats. Lost last weekend. That'll be 3 in a row. I
Then we
don't,
got
It is
you
3
know,
in a row currently
Yeah,
in all comps.
Yeah, and then
Then
you
we got
finish.
the
You finish.
Ramsdale derby.
Yeah, you finish it with Southampton, so you should be fine.
Rammers.
But that
Rammer.
ending the season like that.
Oh, it's horrible.
You can't do
it's
it.
not.
You can't.
Listen,
you need points.
I'll
is what
tell
I'm
you
saying.
now, right? The mood amongst Arsenal fans. The minute that game finished yesterday, everyone was on such a downer because, as we said, the season done. So
Dance is done.
yeah, it was
Right.
an awful feeling.
Score predictions then for the big one, the 4:30 kickoff.
It pains me
At
to have to say
Anfield.
this, man, but I think Liverpool are going to beat us. And like I said, I don't think I've predicted an Arsenal loss
never
all
do
season.
that.
Just out, yeah, just out
You
shit.
never do that, mate.
But for this one, listen, 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool.
We've got nothing to play for.
Abby, have some fun with this if I was you. Because we put 5 past the last team from North London that came up. So
You're welcome.
that's all right. Thank you. Rolled over quite nicely.
It was at Enfield.
Anfield, mate. You sausage.
I'll go 3-1.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna go. I will go 4-1 Liverpool. Matthias,
You won't score 4.
Mr. Titties,
I'll go 3-1 as well.
3-1. Okay,
Yeah.
love that. Let us know what your score
Can we get the
predictions
likes
are.
up,
In the
please?
yeah, come on.
Come on, we've
Right.
given you a bumper show today.
Bumper show, right? We're sending shots all over the gaff. There's 8,000 of you watching and only 1,500 likes.
It's outrageous.
The
Just
beret alone.
disrespectful.
I was
Right?
going to say
The
the only
speakerphone.
thing I'm looking forward
Come
to
on.
that game is that we might see some of the players on the periphery of the team, but I can't even say that with confidence. I was hoping that I might say you might get a look at Wanyeri, but given
Yeah,
the
what's he
recent
gonna
weeks, I'm not even sure about
What's he
that.
gonna? I might
What are you
take this
going to
up.
do?
I might take this up for the game.
You know what I was
Actually.
thinking?
What
though,
are you gonna
Alex?
do?
Maybe.
You know what I was thinking? I
are you
wonder if
thinking?
Sterling will go up against his old club.
Oh, he'll be getting some.
Why do you not
yeah.
always do that, though? Bro?
What do you mean
It's
always? Have some respect, man.
What do you mean have some respect?
I know,
Sterling
Super
was
Chats,
one of
we
your
gotta move
good
on, mate.
players for you.
He's a legend. He's a Liverpool legend.
Yeah.
He's a Liverpool legend.
Can
He's part
Robbie
of the famous
check
front
if
three.
the Pope is still alive, says Nigel. Clara Bitsy says, Remonada FC, Red Square. When I say that we need pace more than any other attribute, they rubbish it and bang on about the striker thing, which I won't deny, but PSG didn't have a striker, but that pace was in our heads for the 2 games, says Red Square. Ayo Mide says, remember when Matisse said that neither United or Spurs will win the Europa? He'll be supporting United when that happens now. Who will you support in that final?
I won't really be supporting United. Let's not take it that far. You know what I mean?
But if you gun to the
I
head,
don't
you
think
have
you
to
really
choose
care
a
if-
team.
I don't
Did.
really care.
So I'm
too,
back in Tottenham.
I enjoy the banter. Like, if I had to pick, I don't want Tottenham to win, obviously, because it's just enjoyable to keep saying you've never won anything. since 2008. I like the little joke that we have. I think it unites the football world a little bit. Everybody has the banter.
But don't you want it for me?
I do.
As your friend.
I'm trying to remember where you predicted my club to finish over the last few
like
years.
That, you bitter guy.
Yeah, nah. So yeah, I'd like to continue tradition. I think it's important, the heritage. It's a global game, and
So United then.
Yeah, United.
I'm
But
going Tottenham all day long.
if Tottenham win it doesn't really do anything to me. I'm
Exactly.
Also, it's
two-time
extra,
champ. You know what I mean?
It's extra,
Now you.
It's extra funny.
It's
Yeah,
extra- hey,
You
they
will
win
not
it.
be. You will not be surprised to learn that. I absolutely want Man United to win that game. If that is indeed what case in the final.
M. Sati says, I said a few weeks ago Arsenal is the weakest link there. Some on the panel questioned the evidence. Now it's as clear as day. Byron says, can we give credits to Luis Enrique? 3 Premier League teams knocked out. We just did. We have done, and we continue to do so. A. Wahab, are Arsenal fans aware they're universally disliked or oblivious to the fact as well that they are Bottle Job FC, Cringe FC? What a nauseating fan base. Nauseating.
I would argue that Tottenham are way more disliked.
No,
No,
cares.
I'd go
No
with
one
Arsenal. Shashank says, love this panel. No, it's a good one, this. Love this panel. Been a great listener. Been a great listen whenever I'm doing runs ahead of my first marathon.
Nice.
Hopefully you can compete that and see Spurs win a trophy.
Love
Big up
that.
to you. Mikel Farteta, specialist in failure 2.0, says you never walk alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 says, who told Cecil the leather gloves were acceptable? Who did tell him that?
When's he won
Which
leather
level?
gloves?
Listen, there's a few fashion faux pas that we could bring out.
It won't be the
when it
first
comes
time.
to Cecilio.
Remember that
Trust
suit
me.
he wore to Soccerex, the half red, half
It
black?
looked like a bloody magician or a snooker player.
Ridiculous.
The sausage.
Or the gun holster.
The gun holster
The gun
was
holster.
crazy.
I'd like to be able to
Gun
defend
Brown
Cecil
was
because that's
crazy.
my guy, but I've got to say
Yeah.
his fashion sense is
Nah.
not in
It's in the
alignment
mud.
with my own.
Pep Entourage Tactico's out. Football is back, says Aki. The icing on the cake will be Spurs making it to the finals with United and Ange winning his first trophy. He wins a first trophy in his second season, says Warbelly. Sean says, save this, bookmark this, frame it up on the wall. Chelsea will win the Premier League and the Champions League again before Arsenal will.
Would be lovely.
Would be nice.
Do you believe that?
The way you're moving, yeah.
You don't
yeah,
believe
could
that.
do.
I've spoken to you off camera.
yeah.
You've told me many times
Listen,
about
I'm worried about my own.
the state of your club.
It is
You
the
know
state.
that's not going to happen anytime
But
soon.
is it? But this is the thing. If you lot are just going to keep being nearly men every year, then at some point it will happen. Because
Yeah, but you are nowhere near men. You know, you're not nearly. You're
listen,
nowhere nearly.
life changed fast. Life changed fast. It was only a few years ago you was battling with Tottenham for Champions League, then you just came out of nowhere and started doing title charges. Life can change quickly.
this year.
If, you know what I mean?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 says, I met Ty yesterday and he said there will be a third leg.
No comment.
No comment. 100% agree with Matthijs. Smell the moment, do something special. Ethan did that, and the weak loser manager doesn't even play him for scoring such goals, says Ricky. What about Arteta lying about Luis Enrique saying Arsenal were the best team? It's embarrassing, says Owen. FFS, Abby, do you ever stop talking?
Listen, the only two
No.
people that will really know what happened in
ever
that
stop
conversation
talking?
are the
Love?
two managers.
Come
right?
on, love.
So, you know, that's...
And Kanye says, a very good point here, and factually it is correct. Like a 3-pin plug, Arsenal are useless in Europe. You'll never walk alone. Last year you said United. I said United would win the league before Arsenal, and I'm saying it again, says Saraba. Big up to you.
So that again, what's that?
He said, Saraba said last year, he said United will win the league before Arsenal, and he's saying it again now, just to remind
Well, he
you.
can say it all
See,
he
now
wants.
that's
He
now
can say all
that's
he
a
wants.
madness. See,
but,
that's a
Here's a
madness.
good one, though. Daniel, Laurie, you
Yes.
said to AGT to not compare Salah to Henri. Remember? You did.
No, but listen, there's a
No, but hang
nuance
on.
to it.
Super
Come on.
chat, super
Look,
chat. No, super
listen,
chat
you're not
time.
gonna
Hang on,
do
let me
this.
finish
You're
it.
not going to
Let
do
me
this,
finish
bro.
the
You're not going
super
to. Come
chat.
on. All right, go on.
Laurie,
me
you
finish.
said to AGT to not compare Salah to Henri. I want you to keep the same energy of comparing Saliba to Van Dijk and Saka to Salah, who have won nothing.
Let me just make it clear. There's a nuance to what I said. I rate, you know, Alex, because me and you have spoken many times. I rate Salah highly. What I
do,
was saying
you do.
was, in terms of that Mount Rushmore and the best players in the Premier League, Henri, to me
Salah
anyway.
hasn't finished yet,
Okay, fine.
so let's do that.
But as
in
we
2
speak
years.
today,
As we speak
As
today,
we speak today,
Salah
I
has
think
more
everyone,
goals,
if we're being honest on
more
this day,
assists,
which I like
more
to think
trophies.
we are capable
Well,
of,
we can be.
we will agree that Henri is
But
above
we can
Salah.
also agree that Salah hasn't finished yet. So when Salah finishes, then we can revisit the
I'm
conversation.
not going to lie, it doesn't matter.
Cheers. All right, next up.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I've seen Salah.
And you've seen Henry.
That's it.
He's getting better.
I've seen Salah, I've seen
better.
Henry. Like, Salah's not going to do anything to make me change my mind.
Right, okay.
No, we must move on, honestly.
Yeah,
Bournemouth versus Bournemouth Bournemouth versus Aston Villa, another top 5 race this one. Both Villa and Bournemouth with wins in the last Premier League games. Bournemouth on 53 points in 8th place, looking to salvage some kind of European football, which would be incredible for them. And Aston Villa on 60 points in 7th. Can I get a score prediction for this game?
It's at Bournemouth, right?
It is.
Bournemouth, they beat us last week, obviously, on a nice little roll for them. Villa, bit flitting in and out, aren't they, with their form?
A little bit. This is the
Bournemouth
5:30 kickoff on Saturday, sorry.
Yeah. Draw. That smells of a draw to me. 2-2. Desmond.
Good game, that. No. Villa need this.
No, desperately.
Big time.
Desperately.
But so do Bournemouth.
I know.
Both teams do. And if you look at the table,
So tight.
it's 7th versus 8th.
No,
Villa
need
5
more,
wins
though.
in 6.
In a different
Bournemouth
way.
2 wins in 6. A lot of draws in there, but they have won their last game, as we know.
I'm going to go 2-1 Villa.
2-1 Villa.
Mm.
I
If
will
Bournemouth-
go Aston
if
Villa
Bournemouth
2-1
do
as
get
well.
European football, that's an amazing
That's an
achievement.
amazing
for a
achievement,
club like
right?
that.
Unbelievable. I'll go 2-1 Villa as well. What do you think, Matthijs?
I need Bournemouth to just take something off them.
You need a draw, ideally.
Because Villa's fixtures after this are Tottenham and United. And if they both get to the final, they won't care about Premier League. And rightly so.
We haven't
They
cared
haven't cared
Premier
about it all season. So
Yeah. It's a bit late now, isn't it?
Villa at home, right?
Away.
Away. Okay, so there's... I'm going to go Bournemouth. I'm going to go Bournemouth... 2-1 Bournemouth.
2-1 to the
Yeah, I think
Cherries.
they can actually... They can do
Okay.
something.
Next up, it's your team. Newcastle versus Chelsea. Another top 5 race. Newcastle, Chelsea, joint to the hip on 63 points. I mean, this one right here
Massive.
is huge. It's a midday kickoff, this one,
Weird
on
time,
Sunday,
12
allowing away fans barely any time to travel and get up to Newcastle. Midday kickoff on a Sunday. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's actually probably a good thing because even though it is a struggle to travel up there, it also keeps the Geordies quiet potentially.
No. Oh, but they could still be drunk.
They
from
could
last
still
night.
they could still turn
Can't
up,
forget
but
that.
you know they just got less hours in the day to work with, and that's always a help.
Pubs are opening at 7. I'm hearing for this one.
Well, then if it was a 4:30, then you know, so
Night kickoff. Forget
it'd
about it.
be honestly, this is probably the biggest game of our season.
Wow.
Because every game in the Conference League for me is a write-off up until the final and has been. So in terms of we need Champions League football so we can actually kick on, the bare minimum should be is Champions League. I'm still looking for more anyway, regardless next year. 'Cause I just want to win. But yeah, we need to win. We need to get something out of this game. I think if we actually get a draw, we've lost the last 3 at St. James Park. We've got a terrible record there. If we get a draw, that would be a good result. All we need to do is really be ahead of Forest going into the last day at the City Ground, because if Forest have to win that and they have to attack and they have to come out of the low block, then I think we can do what we need to do. If we're going to Forest behind them in the table, they've got Leicester this weekend at home, then we've got to break down the low block. They get to counter us, and I just think stylistically that just suits them way too much. So if we can get a point at Newcastle, beat United, then we should go to Nottingham Forest on the last day with a good position. So I'll take a point. It's not going to be easy though. Newcastle, a very good team, as everyone knows. So it's not going to be easy.
I think Newcastle beat you.
Yeah, I had it
They beat
predicted
you.
that they beat us when I did my prediction a few weeks ago. But I will say we have had a good few we've had much better performances since I made that prediction. With Everton, Liverpool, good performances. I know you were drunk anyway, so
Yeah,
But
fair enough.
Lavia is a
Can't
big
remember.
thing. Lavia is a big thing for this game because Lavia actually I think Joe Linton's out as well. It just allows us to compete in midfield a bit better. So we could get something if Palmer's playing how he did against Liverpool as well. That's a big thing. He was playing poorly before that, so
What time are they going to be in their pre-match pasta and chicken? This is like a 9 a.m. pasta
breakfast.
and chicken, isn't it?
Buffet.
Mad. Yeah, I'm going to go for Newcastle to win this one 3-1. I just see it.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle, on their day, when they're at home especially, they're quite formidable.
yeah.
And Chelsea, They blow hot and cold. They had a good win against Liverpool last week. It could be argued that Liverpool were on the beach a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I think when it comes down to it, Newcastle at home, early kickoff as well. I think that favours them. Yeah, I could see them winning by a couple of goals. I'm going to go.
We obviously play tonight.
I'm going to go 2-0 actually. 2-0.
I was going to match it 2-0.
Yeah,
we're
people
the
saying
lads,
Newcastle are overhyped, and listen, it doesn't really matter how Newcastle are playing. When it's a big game at St James's Park and there's something on the line, and I remember telling Arsenal fans this when they went up to St James's Park, it was said, "Oh, Newcastle overhyped." Listen, when they need to turn up, they can turn up, and that's all that matters. There's only 3 games left. It's not really about performances; it's about results. Yeah. So never write Newcastle off at St James's Park.
And they've got a very good manager as well.
They've got a good manager. They've got a good team. They've got a great striker that everybody wants. Everybody wants. So, like I said, if we can get a point, I would take it. It's going to be a tough game. So
2-2.
I'll say 1-1.
1-1. Abby,
Yeah, I'm going to
match that 1-1.
you
Let's
just said
fly
2-0
through the
seconds
rest
ago.
of these.
Sorry, I thought we were moving on.
Southampton, Man
2-0.
City.
God,
I
we
mean,
were
that
talking
one.
about that for ages,
That's
didn't we?
cricket
That
score,
one.
isn't it?
Southampton, Man City, 3:00 on Saturday. That's going to be a howler. 4-0.
Have Southampton still, what were they on in points? Are they still, they're on 11.
Yeah,
They're on
them
11.
and Derby are having.
Yeah.
A little battle.
2 wins out of 35 and 28 defeats. I mean, that is
Yeah, they're
a joke, really. Minus 57 goal difference, man.
They're
Jeez. They're going to get
I reckon
moved to
3-0 City.
3-0 City.
5.
5.
Yeah, I can
5.
see something like 5. Yeah, City, especially as City lifted themselves recently.
Yeah. Fulham, Everton. What do you think? Quick score prediction.
1-1.
Yeah,
1-1.
I'm going to go 1-1.
Yeah,
there's
that
nothing
smacks
on
of a
that
draw,
game.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got
that's a
draw written all over
beach
it.
game. That.
Yeah.
I'll go 2-1 Fulham. Just. Wolves, Brighton. A lot
beach
of
game.
meaningful,
Meaningless.
meaningless games right now.
Beach football.
Yeah,
Beach.
there's no relegation fight, so
Liverpool.
Everything's done.
everything's
apart
done.
From that little
apart
top
from
4 race.
top
No,
5 race.
no jeopardy beach football.
Yeah.
Who's at home?
Wolves.
They'll probably win it then.
Yeah, I'll go 1-0 Wolves.
2-1.
2-1 Wolves. Couldn't you get one?
Ipswich, Brentford. Don't forget
Beach
the
game.
Bees.
Another
Well,
beach
actually, it's not for Brentford because they've still got a little sniff. Have
How
they?
many points behind Villa?
8. It's going to take a miracle.
Which sniff? 3.
A very small
Like a-
sniff.
like a-
Very
Yo,
small.
what kind of sniff is this?
Yeah.
Your nose blocked. You
One
got
sniff.
3 games left, 8 points
Tool
behind.
sniff.
That's
It's that one.
They ain't got no chance of European football.
All right, so
reckon-
give us a score prediction then.
Beach game.
I think that might be like a.
Sometimes in these
Brentford
in this
have got
time of
goal
the season,
scorers,
you
though.
get like
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
4-3 or
2
like
strikers
5-4
on 18
something.
goals.
maybe
crazy.
Maybe like.
I'll go 3-1 Brentford because they got goal scorers.
Yeah, I'll
I
go
don't
with
want to
that.
keep matching you, but I'm going. That's what I was going to go.
Oh yeah, I'll go with that as well. Actually, all right, fine. 4-1 Brentford.
Because you're
Yeah,
saying it
Brentford
first.
got a bit
Yeah.
of momentum, haven't they? So, yeah.
Yeah, they've scored 4 in the last game,
United,
or
West
3,
Ham.
whatever it was.
Stinky,
Manchester
stinky,
United,
stinky
West Ham,
game.
2:15 on Sunday. I tell you what,
Beach.
both teams. If you look at the table, this is 15th versus 17th.
And last
Right.
week,
You say
obviously,
it's a
Spurs
beach
played them.
game, but for Graham Potter, man, he needs a couple of wins. I mean,
Well, they had a prime opportunity last week to beat Spurs, and that was one of the
I feel like
worst
he's-
games of
games ever.
football.
But is he not similar to United where he's going to start next season and he'll be judged off
Yeah.
next season?
Yeah,
He
no,
is-
but I mean, I think he
I
needs
actually think
to
they might-
pick
I hope
up
they don't.
because
God.
It is bad.
I've seen a lot of the West Ham fans they're expressing their.
Well, they should have appreciated David Sir Moyes when he was
Sir
there.
David
Yeah.
Moyes, MBE.
Back to back.
no, but to be
back.
fair though, when he was appointed, I thought that might be a good match for.
I did as well.
And
He
let's
is
be
very
honest,
bland
man,
and
he's
boring, and he
not.
is trying to swear in the presses, but it's just not suiting him
He's
In
whatsoever.
fact,
so
the only win they've
fuming.
had is when they beat us. I mean, bloody hell, how did we lose to them?
Yeah.
Shite damn life.
I really need West Ham to actually lose because I can't finish 17th.
That is also true.
True, yeah.
I've actually got a little bit in
Who's
this.
at home?
It's United at home
Doesn't really
against
matter,
West Ham United.
Yeah,
2:15 on a
I feel
Sunday.
like West Ham might be.
Do you know what?
I feel like Bowen
this-
and Kudus could pull up on United. With
Oh
this.
yeah,
Same.
let's
No,
hope.
but you know what it is?
Let's
Ahmad's
hope.
back and he'll fancy that.
Yeah.
But will Man United rest players for the Europa League final?
But yeah. I've got a few.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's,
they've got
they've still got
weeks.
3 games left though,
Yeah.
so I
I'm
can't
gonna
see
go.
that.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
I'll say 2-1 West Ham.
2-1. I'll go 2 on West Ham. Why not? Why not, people?
I
I'll
think
go
they'll
2
rest
on
because
West Ham.
it's a couple of couple days between the games, they'll rest. I think just recovery, look after the players.
Fair enough. You done your
Looking
score
at West
prediction?
Ham, they've not won in about the last 7 or 8 games.
No.
Terrible form.
No, it is genuinely awful.
this is
yeah,
the
I'll
team-
The 3 teams down there have got top 10 material players. We're talking Kudus's, Bowens, Kulusevski's, Madison's, Bruno Fernandes. How are these players down there is crazy to me.
I'll tell you what's even crazier. The fact that West Ham beat us at home. And on that day, to me, that's what extinguished our title hopes. I still can't believe it.
remember watching that in Bangkok. What a game.
The 22nd of February that was. We lost.
Yeah.
How'd you lose to them?
Jared
That's what I'm
Bowen.
saying.
Jared Bowen.
It's like when we lost to Ipswich. I'm like, yo, how have we managed this? So annoying.
We lost
I'm
at
gonna
home
go
to
2-1
and
West
not only
Ham.
that,
We
we
lost
lost
to
at home
Leicester.
to West Ham when there
That's
was
even
still
worse.
a chance of
That is
us
awful.
Yeah.
winning the title. To
crazy.
lose.
Leicester didn't score a goal in about 12 games after they beat us.
Yeah.
They didn't score
Sausages.
for months.
Yeah, I remember that.
Typical. I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham on that one. Why
Really?
not? I just feel something, yeah.
Yeah,
not-
Man United
I'm
will
not
rest, I think,
surprised.
because their
I feel
recovery
something.
from the
I reckon
Thursday
even if
night.
They're going to put it all on the
Still
line
be
tonight. Tottenham versus Crystal Palace. There's 3 2:15 kickoffs
Yeah, it's
on
busy
Sunday.
day Sunday.
Are you at this game?
No, I'm working.
Tottenham Palace?
No, I'm working.
I mean, it depends what happens tonight, and then you can preview this one with a bit more realism, I'd say. But, I mean, pretty much a nothing game again.
Where's that Mateta shirt that
Palace
you
will
like?
be up for it,
Yeah.
won't they?
Palace will be up for it,
They'll be bang up for it.
And that will probably be the difference.
potentially.
I fancy Palace.
I actually think I don't know.
12 versus 16.
Backham 2-1 Tottenham.
2-1 to Tottenham.
Just let's not. I just want to try and not hit the 20th defeat.
You're hitting that 20th.
I know we're hitting it, but I just would like to not,
Nah, it's
if
happening.
possible.
20 times Tottenham losses.
Oh, that's
20
good,
times, 20 times.
yeah.
I say
Don't
that is
say
a
that.
Banger. Yo, we need to get that moving. Yo, spread the word, ladies and gentlemen. I want to hear that in the stadiums.
Move, man.
2-1.
I'm going Palace.
2-1 Palace?
2-1 Palace.
Yeah, 20th. Eze, Mateta, 2-1 Palace.
Yeah, I'll go 1-0 Palace on that one. Last one, Forest versus Leicester.
East
This
Midlands
is
derby.
yes, it is an East Midlands. I've said this before and I've got it wrong, but this is an East Midlands derby this
Not very
time.
good at
Finally,
geography,
yeah, not great. I mean, Forest, they desperately need the win. Leicester, down. They have been shite. So I'll go Forest to win this 2-0.
Yeah, sounds like a 2-0.
2-0.
Oh, yeah, Forest are winning
nice
this.
and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
I'm
no
actually-
problems.
Forest don't score a lot of goals.
Actually, I think it
Leicester
might be
don't
2-1.
score any goals.
Might be
2-1?
2-1.
Yeah, little
I'll go
Vardy goal.
2-0 Forest.
Oh, 2-1. Okay, that's all the predictions done. Let's finish off the show with the Super Chats. Giantego says Arsenal still failed to win the regional titles in 2019, 2021 and 2023. So Arsenal aren't good enough for a regional, let alone a world title.
Olympiacos and that.
All right.
Sporting Lisbon's.
Spurs are going to freeze in the Arctic Circle, says Mr. Whoopsie. Dragon says, don't worry, Arsenal will win the Champions League. The women's one.
Yeah.
Not the men's.
Yeah, actually,
I'm not gonna lie,
Khalid,
they won't win that.
Chelsea will
Barca
end
are
the
gonna
season with a
beat them.
trophy. Chan Lee says, when Arsenal loses, they always deflect and talk about Spurs
Always.
playing in the Europa. What a bunch of winners. Travel Seekers, proud of Arsenal. Champions League, very tough competition, reaching top 4 in Champions League. Our project got derailed with no striker or injury during the season. Premier League versus PSG. Haaland was right. Stay humble.
Stay humble, eh?
Stay humble,
It's
says
incumbent
Adam.
upon everybody to stay humble.
Stay
Stay
humble.
humble, eh?
Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, you're such a humble fan.
Humble
You
guy,
agree?
man,
You're
yeah.
such a demure
Humility is such
fan
an
base.
endearing trait.
Yeah,
your
well, you ain't
team
got
and
it.
your
You
club
ain't got
should
it.
start doing that then.
I'm a United fan and I see many people writing Tottenham off. You will reach the final. The high line is an issue and Onana can be shaky, but I believe, says M. Sati. Baywo says, please remind Robbie the Pope died for nothing. Only Arsenal would make it meaningless. Laura, explain to me, please, why Arsenal are bigger than LFC.
They're not.
I've
As
got
I
a video on
as
this.
I said before, it's subjective. It depends on what metric you're looking at.
Well,
Of
we can
course
look
it's
at every
subjective.
single metric. Trophies, fans, more recent success, more social media engagements. We can look at
mean,
every
they're
single...
just
They're
not-
just...
It's
they're
a
just-
debate for another
It's
show.
just not a debate.
Is this a debate? He
just
thinks
not a
Arsenal
debate.
are a bigger club than Liverpool.
It's a debate for another show.
No. What?
Yeah. Look at that face. He looks like, you know, the woman in Monsters Inc. with the
Yeah,
glasses.
just no.
Don't do that.
Yeah, police. Someone come and arrest
Hey,
this man.
get out of here.
Get out of here.
Someone out.
Bro,
Get out of here, man.
Come on now.
Uncles are too much
Come
to
on.
drink. Come on.
In my humble opinion.
Oh.
No, we don't want no humble opinion
Stay
hype.
humble, eh?
Humble
literally.
opinion hype.
Crazy.
Seriously.
We might have to take you over to FCM.
Someone call the police because we have a highly deluded man here.
Take him over to FCM. Man.
Listen, to me, we will always be
I
a
want this
bigger
on
club than
Monday for when
Liverpool.
Rob said.
To me.
Oh,
That's
but you're
to
the
me.
only one though that
Okay,
thinks that.
fine.
So very humble, very humble.
What in the world?
Embarrassing, Laurie says. Sting in the chat. Big up, Sting. Loved your latest
We have
album.
an honest conversation.
Jacoa says, usually I don't care about PSG, but they pumped all the English teams. We love our Farmers League. Allez Strasbourg, allez la France. Maybe Arsenal must start at winning the Conference League to gain experience in winning European titles.
No, thank you.
That's true, says Claver.
Don't turn your nose up.
DDMK says no Shodegaard. O'Malley says, is Arteta delusion somewhat holding Arsenal back? He talked about breaking Arsenal's goals for record, so we didn't sign a striker, saying Arsenal were better than PSG, for example. HDR Sports says Inatama. How likely do you think are Chelsea's chances of winning the Conference League? Will Chelsea get battered badly if they lose it? Yes, if Chelsea get to the final of the Conference League and lose it, the belt
Licks.
the belt will
If
come
you
out.
win that
The belt
competition,
will
will
come
you
out.
even celebrate?
Look him up, Rastafari.
Really?
No,
will
he
you
must,
have
he
a
must.
genuine sense of
Yes,
like,
he-
"Bro,
yes,
we
he will.
really achieved
There
something"?
won't be any dopamine or endorphins. It will probably be like a smile, maybe a clap.
One beer, half pint.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah.
Well done, lads. Pat on the back.
Just
And
a half
we
pint.
honestly, the day after we move, genuinely.
Yeah. No,
And also just the fun of saying we've won it all. Maybe that's it. But we're bigger than this. I really truly believe we're
You
too
are
big for
bigger
this.
than
We're big boy pants on next season, Champions League. Let's
why
go.
not? Wait a minute. Wait another year for the Arsenal, says Plumps. Big up to Plumps. When you walk alone, I will be there, says Dean. Cashley Cole, nobody deserves this loss more than that. The old Robbie. The hate along was generational. Big up all the
Steady on,
haters.
mate. Steady on.
New chant, £800 million down the drain. Arsenal bottled it again. Cookham, you never walk alone, says Arcanit. Big up to you. The Don is ducking today and Monday. He's a bottler, just like the Arsenal. Juno, guys, this is a big game for United and Spurs. Who will get 40 points first? It's a very valid question. And let's pray for Tottenham. Arsenal tears soon, says Alex. And that is the show.
You lot still
That is
not.
the show. Au revoir. Je m'en tu
You've
t'appelle.
had your bit of fun, right?
It's been a
Oh,
fun
and
day.
don't worry. Myself and Laurie are recording a video for the Cop TV straight after this to preview the game even more, Liverpool versus Arsenal. But
No,
enough
they're
of that.
putting you
Be
through
there
that.
for that.
They're
Be
Also,
there for the
next
also,
month.
I don't want any of you to think that Rob has got away with this. He will still have to
Oh,
take
he
the big
will
old
still
hold
hold that.
whenever he resurfaces.
Listen, I am my brother's keeper.
Literally.
That's why I'm here.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
But I'm sure,
that's what
listen,
it.
knowing
Yeah,
him as I
exactly.
do, I'm sure he'll come prepared and he'll be ready for you.
Better.
I feel sorry for him. What he's got to come.
It's
I
gonna
really
be a
do.
Well, to be honest,
Best
the
of
chat,
enemies.
the
you know,
Kenyans in the chat are
weekend.
saying they got something for him when he gets there.
Yeah, and I've also seen a lot of Kenyan Liverpool fans in the chat
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
welcome to Kenya. We will see you
So
there.
he
my
might be
friend."
stepping into something worse.
Now, that's one thing I can guarantee you. There'll be way more Arsenal fans in Kenya than there are Liverpool.
Kieran also says Arsenal aren't even the biggest club in London. What the hell are you on about comparing
Facts.
yourself to Liverpool?
What?
That's a very good pun.
That's a debate. For
That guy
another
needs
day.
to
Facts.
sit down, man. Sit down.
Well, you already sat down, so
Tell him again.
Sit down, man.
yeah.
Sit down.
Kenya
Because even
Rice.
Matisse and Abby know that's not true. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Louder.
Right,
Louder.
Laurie, big up to you for
Thank you,
facing
man.
the music.
Well done,
Yeah,
you.
I'll give him a clap.
Yeah, I think I need a round of applause for
Nailed
this.
it.
I think I conducted myself quite well, considering.
There was a
Humble
10,
as
15
ever.
minute period where
Humble as
you
ever.
needed to low block.
Yeah.
But,
You've escaped with
you've
the draw.
escaped. You've
Yeah,
escaped.
I feel like you lot give me a warm time, but I think like I come through the other end with some credit.
But then you lost it by saying Arsenal are a bigger club than Liverpool, unfortunately.
That was wild.
That I said in my
that was like an
opinion.
own
Okay.
goal.
In my opinion,
That was
but
an
what,
own goal.
But what I would
Great
say,
own
is,
goal. Overhead kick own goal.
what I would say is unequivocally we're bigger than both Tottenham and Chelsea.
And you just had to ruin it for yourself. You're doing
But
so
come
well.
on, bro. Even you know
You're doing
that.
so well, man.
2 times.
Oh.
Matisse,
Times,
come on,
baby.
man.
It's late.
2
Matisse.
6 times.
London is blue.
It's not just about trophies.
London is
bro.
claret and blue, actually, with the last team.
Yeah.
to win
Oh, yeah.
So are they bigger than Chelsea then?
Oh, it's late.
Listen, West
Abby,
Ham.
They're
big up
bigger
to
than-
you.
You're from
Oh,
All
West Ham
very,
bigger
very
than
well.
Tottenham.
No.
Right. They
Right.
they won a
Well, we're
conference.
trying to end the show, aren't we?
Right.
So,
Just
let's just wrap it
Just
up.
wrap it.
I just
Matisse,
don't
big
know
up to you.
how to-
Thanks for the beret. Thanks for the heritage PSG shirt. Shout out to you as always. And I've been AGT. You've been watching DR Sports. And don't forget, we will be back on Monday for much more of the same. But until then, smash that like button, get your comments in, and enjoy your weekend. Take care.